nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to 420.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the mudmob zone.
Spooky.
Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Wanna get high? Was that a party or?
Ho, ho, ho.
Uostarosta.
Huh.
Uostarosta.
What's he doing? That's odd. I'm sure I can fix it. I think.
The world is flat. I'm here to ring the alarm with my puppet like charm, straight from the barn. I'm talking about Flat Earth Farms, cause most don't know. They think we live on a globe, a ball that floats. So listen and take notes, and take it to a higher plane. Immerse yourself in all it contains, in all its glory and flair. Flat Earth Farms can take you there. Open keeping your mind outside the box. No more staring at NASA's Photoshop. No more moon landings, no line to ya. No more people standing backwards in Australia. Just facts and pure truth, planning straight to the roots. Flat Earth Farms help you understand. A magical place on a wondrous land.
The world is flat, and that's a fact. Tell your friends next time you chat. Let them know a ball ain't that. Let's stay playing with the baseball bat. Cause we coming at the barn, a higher place, the Flat Earth Farms.
This could be it, Harry. Pass the word along. Tell the men it's time to shoot the moon.
Shoot the moon!
Not out there on the microphone. On the microphone.
Shoot the moon. Shoot the moon.
What are we gonna do tonight, Singe Man?
The same thing we do every night, Boston Ray. Try to take over the world.
The world of science cares about you. Eureka! We found it. With the tools of science, we have invented, yes, hand sanitizer. But not just any hand sanitizer. This hand sanitizer was developed and approved by the Dark One himself. Here are a few of the things our product can bring you.
Bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow run, he's my mighty puppy. Sir bow wow. Mud. You slept. system has been activated. Option to override self-destruct expires in 10 minutes.
Coming soon to a theater near you. It's a picture imperfect, I smear the clear view. Keep it moving, you assuming all the rumors are true. I am whom you presume will be here to bear fruit. Careful, I resume with panache. Oh my gosh, it was destined for me. Wind in my wings, I do not feel the pressure on me. One foot in front the other, I march through this marsh. Yeah, it's harsh, but this hard in its testimony. Where you can hear the passion of the loss. The credit is rapacious, but cash ain't what it costs. They defamed his character, asked him what he thought. Misinformed by the misinformed, passing of the torch. Talk less, listen more, pissing more on whiskey I drunk. Once upon a time in a distant storm. Yeah, they took a shot at killing me. My star rose, a high nose, something like a soliloquy. Something like it's a killing spree, loading up the artillery. Sycophants dance, the participants willingly fall prey all day. Wolf in sheep clothing, under the influence till they fall asleep dozing. Got my ducks in the rows and my accusers I owes them. I don't do this for no one, didn't choose, I was chosen. So then, off we go. This is God's plan, homie. I just keep on building off it though.
I think we're live. I think we're live. Hold on.
Sounds good.
So far, so good. It says we have 3 people here, but I know there's more than 3 people here because there's a ton of people in the chat. Let me see. Oh, we have Drew Duncan, S. Lee, Jellyhead, Harry Boy. What's up? Mr. Super Sidewinder. That's more than 3 people. Timothy Southwick. I didn't count, but that's more. That's about 6 or 7. Clear those trophy lungs. My trophy lungs. You know what I'm saying? One day, this is gonna be the voice. It's worth $1 million. Oh, hold on.
Your iron lung.
I'm getting a facsimile from Nancy. All right. Nancy, just tell him to take his time, but just make sure he gets there safely. All right.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Got my copy.
So, all right. So, like, today was April 1st. It still is April 1st, according to some places. Here it is. It's only 10 o'clock at night and 11 o'clock. So it's still April 1st. It was April 1st. April Fool's Day, right? And people pull pranks on each other and fool each other, and it's a big joke, right? But, like, who's really being fooled and who's being fooled about what? All right. So, oh, hold on. Before we go any further, we gotta put the warning up. Hold on 1 second. All right, you'll see. You like this. All right. This is just a warning for everybody.
This is a warning message from the SCP Foundation. Do not turn off your devices.
I repeat, this is a warning message from the SCP Foundation. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and listen carefully in order to prevent fatalities. SCP-682, a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin, has escaped containment near your location. If seen, avoid all contact with it, as it is extremely dangerous. This creature has already caused more than 140 confirmed deaths in just one day of its escape, its victims being members of the laboratory, military forces, and civilians from towns near where the escape occurred. SCP-682 proved to possess incredible strength, reflexes, and agility, so even in large groups, avoid any kind of confrontation with it. Do not try to set traps, as after several studies it was proven that it is extremely intelligent and perfectly aware of the environment around it. SCP-682 can only be contained with several military soldiers with the appropriate training. Any other attempt to stop it will result in immediate death. If you hear him speak, do not try to talk to it for any reason, as you will reveal your position. No matter what it says, SCP-682 is a killing machine that despises all life forms. Any attempt it makes to contact you is nothing more than a trap to kill you and your family. It is recommended to maintain absolute silence with the creature nearby, whether you're in its line of sight or not. SCP-682 understands human language and is characterized for having a terrible temper. Saying the wrong words to it could trigger an even worse tragedy. Be aware of SCP-682's ability to change its body size, and do not get confident if you see it wounded, as it feeds on all organic and inorganic beings, drawing energy from them. It is recommended that all civilians who receive this message remain locked in their homes with their entire family group, and in case SCP-682 enters your home, escape as quietly as possible. Follow all the commands of the SCP Foundation strictly, and the number of fatalities will be reduced as much as possible. Thank you very much and stay tuned for future messages.
Listen,
Warning, warning, this is not a drill. This is an emergency broadcast. If you are receiving this broadcast, you may be in immediate danger. Please remain calm and listen closely to prevent further fatalities. This is a warning message from the SCP Foundation. An anomaly in your area has been detected. Repeat, an anomaly in your area has been detected. SCP-610, also known as the flesh that hates, is a highly contagious skin disease that initially manifests like an ordinary allergic reaction, with symptoms including increased sensitivity, itching, and rashes. Be sure to turn yourself into authorities immediately. If you notice anyone around you, be they strangers or family of friends, you must report them to the authorities. Infected individuals will be taken away and humanely euthanized. Remember, failure to comply could result in mass extinction. Repeat, failure to comply could result in mass extinction. If you experienced any of the symptoms mentioned, it is already too late. The only thing left to do is sacrifice yourself for the good of humanity and potentially save the ones you love. Within only 3 hours of initial symptoms, the rashes will begin to turn into masses of scar tissue, which will spread all over the body. Victims will be consumed by thick, rubbery flesh within just 5 hours. Remember, if you experience any of the mentioned symptoms, please turn yourself in for immediate disintegration. If you notice anyone around you with the mentioned symptoms, please report them to authorities. Remember, you could be saving the future of the human race. Once the victim has been consumed by the flesh, all vital functions will cease. However, the victim will not stay dead. Instead, the victim's vitals will restart at a heightened rate, just 3 minutes after expiring. From here, the mass of flesh which has encased the body will begin to move on its own, multiplying and mutating into something no longer human. Specific mutations have been recorded to vary from case to case, including swelling on the head, the growth of extra limbs, and in some cases, the victim's body splitting apart and becoming rooted to the ground or any other surface. Once settled, it will be unable to move from that spot, but will continue to grow outwards, consuming everything within its reach, be it living or not. These stationary mutations are easy to avoid once spotted. Upon contact, however, death is inevitable. The best way to save yourself in this situation is to cut off the part of the body that has come in contact with the SCP. This must be done in seconds before the disease spreads. Mutations that maintain their mobility are highly aggressive, and will pursue their victims mercilessly. They will attempt to infect any living thing that comes into their line of sight. This includes men, women, and children, all pets, wild animals like birds and mice, and anything they can catch that they deem large enough to be worth the effort. It is recommended not to try to reason with it, as studies so far have shown that SCP-610 does not have higher brain function, though it has been shown to be capable of learning to a degree and can protect itself. It cannot comprehend empathy. They have been known to use tools as weapons, such a one subject who was recorded using a farming scythe to kill several operatives who were on an expedition to explore infected areas. None of these men returned. None of these men returned. We strongly advise civilians to avoid all contact with SCP-610 at all costs. Repeat. We strongly advise civilians to avoid all contact with SCP-610 at all costs. Due to the highly contagious nature of this disease, and the hostility of the mutations, this specimen can only be safely observed with drones and mounted cameras. Containment of this SCP is near enough impossible. The only hope of survival is to run. Maintain as great a distance as you can and call for help at the earliest opportunity. If no help is available, simply hide and wait. This is your only option. Gathering in large groups may help confuse SCP-610 as it struggles to select a target. Or the collective bodies emanating sweat and fear may increase aggression. Studies are still ongoing. All infected areas have been isolated with the permission of the government, with an official perimeter established around these areas. Any civilians found too close to these areas will be deemed a threat and shot on sight. Quarantine is recommended for anyone who has come within 3 meters of an infected organism. Any closer and they will be terminated and their remains destroyed by the relevant authorities, all while maintaining a safe distance. SCP-610 is a Keter-class entity, meaning it's an anomaly that's exceedingly difficult to contain consistently or reliably, with containment procedures often being extensive and complex. The infection sites remain active, though spread of SCP-610 currently seems to be focused on physical contact. All caution must be exercised at all times. There is no cure once infected. Repeat, there is no cure once infected. To summarize, SCP-610 is a highly infectious skin disease that turns the human body against itself, causing death and eventually reanimation. The infected victims achieving a zombie-like state and becoming disfigured and hostile as it tries to infect others. At this point, your loved one is brain dead. It can first be recognized by symptoms such rashes, itching, and increased sensitivity in the skin. If any of these symptoms are noticed, authorities must be informed immediately. Tips on how you can protect yourself. If you are in immediate danger, run as far away as you can from the threat. Then hide and wait for help. Authorities will do all they can to contain the situation and prevent the further spread of infected. Please remember, the SCP Foundation are the only people in the world who can help. Follow the advice in this video for the best chance of survival. And remember, logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. We thank you in advance for your sacrifice. And thank you for your understanding and cooperation in these difficult times. End of message. End of Warning.
Some funny shit, dude. So what's going on, Andrew? All
Hey,
right,
Ray.
so Merry Christmas, Andrew. What's up?
Hearing sounds. I live in a city. There's always some weird sound.
Well, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
What was that? Oh, the thing about the SCP.
That was funny. Yeah.
CP682.
But I was on.
See? No. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was CP.
I don't know where it came from. I have no idea.
Don't make contact with your voice on those.
They're
I have
real.
no clue
The
whatsoever.
CP sounds like they're probably, they can make it through the rays in the tunnels.
The SCPs are.
The SCPs are real RJs.
I don't know.
Do you even know what SCPs?
Well, that we were looking into seeing about Jesus actually being born in the summer, springtime.
SCP even means?
April. All right, let me bring up what I saw. All right, so this is why I say it might be Christmas today, but it might not be. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I got this in. All right. So today's April 1st, right? And just go over this real quick. Boom. When was Christ born? Why do you say Christ was born in April? The answer to that question is not exactly clear. We know the precise date of Christ's crucifixion, but we do not know the precise date of his birth. We know that he was born in 4 BC, however. This is interesting. We know that because the monk who started keeping time relative to Christ's birth made a mistake in his calculations, and it was off. The calendar was off by it threw the whole calendar off by 4 years. All right. Yeah. So they made it. Did you know about that, Andrew?
No, I just read this article.
It's pretty interesting, huh? So basically, Christ was actually born in 4 BC.
Right.
Which is weird. So there was 4 years before Christ was even born in BC.
And I was thinking they had to register because there was some decree that they sent out. So I'd like to know, did they document that? And then you could see when they went to go register, that's when she was pregnant. So you could figure it out. They were pregnant and registered, and then they had to go, do the thing. So I would think it's not going to be this. I mean, when do we pay taxes nowadays? The thing is in the springtime, right? Mm-hmm. And so, we would think maybe that's always just been that way. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I'd like to look into it.
And it says, when in 4 BC was he born? We do not know. We do not know, not in December, however. We know it was not in December, however, because the scriptural evidence clearly rules that out. December 25th was originally a pagan holiday, worshiping the birthday of the sun. So all right, we know that much is true. Okay, December 25th, which is Christmas, the Christmas we celebrate, is Saturnalia, which is a pagan holiday.
Sure.
Worshiping the birthday of the sun. The
sun. The sky.
In the sky, not SON,
because they worship the sun in the sky, right? As a deity.
The pagans?
Wasn't that's what that means, right? They worship the thing.
Yeah. No, I'm wondering when you say they, who you're referring to. The pagans.
Well, I mean, these people in the articles calling them pagans that had this sun birth. I mean, when did you think the sun was a birth? I thought God made it.
I know exactly how did this. When was the sun born? It's not even alive, is it? Who knows? It's who knows what the fuck it is? It's a light in the sky. That's all we know.
I mean, I've heard from people that there's invisible angels or something that carry it along in the sky that we can't see. But I mean, that's kind of spiritual.
Yeah, I mean, that's taking it to a whole other level. I mean, I would want to see I would ask the person why they thought that. You know what I mean? I would want to see whatever the reason is they think that. You know what I mean?
There's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, you can go deep. You can go deep with that. Evidence clearly rules out December 25th was originally a pagan holiday, worshiping the birthday of the sun. Christian missionaries tried to Christianize that holiday. So Christian missionaries tried to Christianize that holiday by calling it the birthday of the Son, S-U-S-O-N, of God, and it stuck.
Yeah. Well, do we know if?
I mean,
So,
I don't
like,
know.
I'm not sure, but like in December in Israel or whatever, Bethlehem, where he was born, is it winter in like December? Does that mean it's winter there too? Because it is winter here in America, right? So like North America.
No idea. I
Like,
mean, you mean is it when
it's
it's
like
winter? When is it winter all across the plane? Like when it's winter here?
like it's the same hemisphere, they say though, right?
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I have no idea how that works.
Because that picture we saw that I posted on the community there was
Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm gonna go to your community section. We'll bring it up. That was a good picture you found. That was a
yeah.
We're gonna go over it. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna study it. We're gonna take our time tonight, Andrew. Are you in a rush? Are you in a rush?
No, I just didn't mean to be in a rush.
We're gonna listen. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the other things. Not because they're easy, but because they're hard. Because they're very hard. All right. Bible scholars agree Christ was born sometime between April 1st and September 30th. Okay, so Bible scholars, which biblical scholars, people who go to school and learn the Bible, is that what it is? What would you call a biblical scholar? Because you got your biblical scholars, you got your false prophets, you got your wolves in sheep's clothing. I mean, how do you tell the difference?
Well, I don't know. Like maybe they have a reference down there. What do they mean? Do they got like any references on this journal?
No, it's just a fucking stupid article from Apologia.
So they could be making this up for Christ's sake.
Knowledge, what up? Hold on,
Who knows? Bible
knowledge is in the house. Knowledge is in the house. Hold on, let me give him a wrench.
Sweet. Well, yeah. I mean, we got to find out
who needs a wrench. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I would give them out.
I saw someone else who needed a wrench earlier, but I don't know what happened. I can't find that person. Whatever. If I see you again,
I got to chat to figure it out.
Free wrenches. Get your wrenches higher.
Knowledge. What's up?
So the fact that the shepherds were keeping watch. All right, so here we go. Biblical scholars agree that Christ was born sometime between April 1st and September 30th. So some people think his birthday was September 11th. You know what I mean?
9/11.
Yeah, some people. I have a video on that. I mean, we could play it. You know what I mean? That's why 9/11. That's why if you go back looking through the ages of 9/11 through the years, so many different things happened on 9/11. It's like crazy things. But we can get into that another time. The fact that the shepherds were keeping watch over their flock by night, Luke 2:8, would seem to indicate, according to some historians, that it was the spring lambing season when nights would have been balmy and shepherds would have needed to be awake, tending to the ewes. The spring lambing season is mostly in April.
Oh.
In 243 AD, the church produced an official feast calendar called De Pascha Computus, which placed the date of Christ's birth on April 2nd.
Wow.
It is a historical fact that many in the early church celebrated Christ's birth in April. Paul Lee Tan Encyclopedia of 7,700 illustrations, Rockville Assurance. So they got the references right there. Yeah, what's up?
No, it's okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just go ahead.
It was a date. 7,000. What was that? 7,000.
I don't know.
7,700 illustrations. Oh.
It's an encyclopedia. It's a book that they got their information.
It's a lot of drawings.
They're just listing their references where they got their information, which is the professional thing to do. I mean,
good.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that anymore.
That's what I was wondering.
There are historians such as Edward Reese and Frank Clausen who wrote the Reese Chronological Bible, Minneapolis Bethany House, Publishers, 1980, who state that the original of April Fool's Day is in Christ's birth. Early Christians were often derided by the Jews and Greeks. And these historians claim that since Christ's birth was on April 1st, the Christians were called April Fools because they lied, they tricked us. We're the April Fools because it's really Christmas today. Get it? Another argument comes from the idea that Jesus is the Lamb of God. In keeping with that idea, it would make sense that he was born at the season when other Passover lambs were born, John 1:29. The Passover lamb was to be a male of the first year, Exodus 12:5, which means that it was born the previous April. Edward Reese and Frank Clausen, the Reese Chronological Bible. All right, so a lot of this points to him being born in April. What do you guys? How are you guys feeling about that? Am I getting too preachy? Am I getting too clingy? Is it too bad? Is it too much for you? I don't know. So first of all, the whole calendar is fucked up because October is the 8th month and it's really the 10th month, like the number 10. Oct means 8. September is the 7th, sept 7, which is the 9th month. November, they're all like that. All right, they're all off by a few days, by a few numbers, the months.
Right. Yeah, like December, that should be 10.
So you don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. You don't know what year it really is. That's what I'm trying to say.
But there could have been like a 1,000-year reset, they're saying, too.
They could have been anything, but we don't know. We don't know. That's why I don't pay attention to the time anymore, because
even the Bible mentioned, though, that
fake.
They were going to mess with the time.
The time is fake.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we know this. If we read our Bibles, we know they're going to mess with the times and the laws about it and everything. Anyway, so yeah, that was a cool read, right?
So Merry Christmas, and you're welcome.
Yes, Merry Christmas. We can celebrate today.
Woo!
Yeah, the whole world that follows their father, Satan, believes.
Open bar for everybody for about the next hour and a half. Open bar in the back there.
I'll take a bloody Jesus.
You can see Larry and Mo back there drinking. Go back there and have a drink with Larry and Mo McFarley.
Believe in the S. You'll be relieving your stress, right?
Skull Asylum, what's up?
Merry Christmas, indeed. Thank you. Wow, I never knew it.
Andrew Havidic, what's up?
This was the first time I realized it, that today, Satan's Fool's Day, is really Jesus' birthday. Nobody wants you to know.
You didn't know that before? This is new information to you?
Yeah, sure is. Today, you told me to look it up. I was like, what do you know about this? Google. And I'm like, holy jeez, really? Well, we read that article?
So yeah, let's go over what you found. So you did some digging on your own.
It was a NASA article I read.
All right, hold on. I want to get a visual on the screen because it's just been all reading, and that gets boring. So let me get the picture you found up. All right, hold on. That's why. Did you notice I posted it in my community section?
Yeah, that was really nice. Thank you.
Do you know why I do that? So that I could find it for the show. It's easy. Now it's in my community section. Boom, baby.
Great.
There I go, right here. I can't find your channel, but I can find mine. All right, let's do this. All right, you ready? All right, so I told Andrew within like 2 hours to find something about this because he had no idea.
I was still out running my chores.
It blew his fucking balls off. All right, look at this.
Yes, it's cool.
So Andrew found this picture, which is really cool. Let's see if I can.
I was wondering what this language is on their banners, like what that's.
Wait up! Why can't I get in there closer? Hold on. Why won't it let me get in there? Oh, is that what you? Oh, that's what you posted. That's how big it was, huh? All right.
That was a screenshot.
Yeah, but why? It should let me in. Hold on.
Well, if you go on the private chat here, you can click the link maybe and just scroll it. But I don't know if I posted that one yet.
No, I don't think you did. Hold on.
Well,
let me search for your channel. Maybe if I search for your channel, it'll bring it up. Maybe it's because it was a repost. Look, it comes right up.
Type in that.
Here it is. Here's your channel. So everybody sub Andrew. He has 260 subs. We can do better. We could do better than that for Andrew. All right. So he's been posting all this stuff in. All right, where is it? All right. Cool beans. All right. Right here. Let's see. Can we get it to go bigger or what? Oh, here we go. All right. This is the best we're gonna get. Astronomical. Wasn't it bigger than that, or was that all there was to it?
Let me see. Find this stupid thing. Just click on Wikipedia.
Common Christian traditional dating. The birthplace of Jesus was 25th December 1st. Officially, yeah, there was more to it.
Here, I'm going to click the link for you here in 1 second. I'm going to post this in the private chat.
You think it'll work? All right, see if you can do that.
Or do you want me to put it in the comments right here in the chat?
It doesn't matter. I just want to get it. I want to be able to like zoom in on the picture.
Yeah, it's coming right now. Let me get back on the StreamYard. All right, here we go. Here, chat.
Private chat. Private chat.
Private chat right here.
I can't get it out of the comments, actually.
Okay, well then here, boom, right there. This one.
All right.
The one I just sent.
Oh, here we go. Much better. Much better. All right.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah, it looks better. All right. So, okay. Birth of Jesus. The date of birth of Jesus is not stated in the Gospels of any historical sources, but most biblical scholars understand the birth between 6 BC and 4, the which King Herod died. The historical evidence is too incomplete to allow definitive dating. So nobody knows when it was, but this is the painting. Here we go. This is supposed to be depicting the birth of Jesus during the spring. Let's see. Is there anything that screams spring? Well, look at
no leaves yet.
Well, look in the back. Oh, let's see.
But the grass is turning green.
Yeah, look.
And look, there's sunshine and there's a boat now.
And the water's not frozen.
You're right.
Let's see what's going on right here. What does it say? What is that, Latin?
Quim?
I don't know. Sanskrit?
But look, she's a redhead. That means it's a warning, though, when she's a redhead.
Which one's a redhead? This one?
Mary.
Mary's a redhead?
The mother, she was redheaded?
Was she really?
Wait
up, but how come? Yeah, how come she's redheaded? What's going on?
Look at her weird hands. Are they like wolf hands? What the hell?
I don't know, but it looks pretty. It looks like the person drew it straight up. Like
just what stands out to me, really, though. If you back up, look at the.
Oh, there's Jesus.
Look at the bars. They're like busted out. Look at how messed up he looks.
Hey, why would they drop Jesus on the floor like that with no clothes on, naked?
No, look at his hand. He's like, whoops, drop, catch him.
I know this guy's like, oh, they dropped Jesus on his head. Is that what they're saying? When Jesus was born in the spring, he was dropped on his head?
Well, it proves now that he had a little wiener, at least. What the hell?
It's a boy!
Why is the barn all bombed out, looking like something blew up in there? It's all broken down the wall and stuff, too.
Baby Jesus Christ.
It's all beat up and stuff. Like, what the heck happened there?
Jesus.
Christ.
Right, so,
happy birthday.
So what the fuck is this guy doing? He's like, and I can't believe he's like, oh my, the baby's on the floor and I'm too old to even bend down and pick him up. And then these people back here are like, that's Johnny Depp right there.
So messed up. Look at his gloves. He's got a Ninja Turtle
Johnny Depp. That's
the guy in the red
right
hood
there on the left.
I got to tell you this right now. Look at his Ninja Turtle hands holding the hat, but he's got the red hood on. Who's this guy with the Ninja Turtle hands? They're like, or it's like Penguin.
I know. What the fuck does he? I know. That's the Penguin from Batman, dude.
What the hell is that?
So they got the Penguin from Batman, Santa Claus, and Johnny Depp, all fucking with some weird. What kind of instrument is that?
That's probably something to like suction off the birth residue, after Mary.
And then they got the angels up here.
Oh, is the star up? Let's look in the sky.
Red, blue, and green. Interesting colors.
Could be after color.
Sun. Yeah, the sun. Wait up. Look. What is that? Either sunrise or whether the sun comes in or goes away.
Or is there another luminary in that sky right here? No. Where would they show his star, though? Because I saw a star tonight. I'll tell you what. A big star up in the sky. Is it still there on his birthday?
Look at the architecture. Look at the castles. Hold on, let's check that out.
Wow,
boom, baby! Look, it's a castle on the top of a cliff like that. Even back in biblical times, it was like that.
So why would they want to hide the date that he was actually born instead of spring? It's winter.
Why would they drop him on the floor next to a cow? Like, look, the cow's right there, dude. Aren't they afraid that this bull could get up and just crush him?
So was he suffering even as a baby and a kid when he was growing up? Like, I mean, he was like, he took up our infirmities, right? It says in Isaiah. So what did they do? Drop him from birth?
What it says it in Isaiah that they dropped him?
No, it says he took up our infirmities.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He looks pretty infirmity up right there. I don't know what else to say. That looks pretty messed up. I wouldn't put my baby on the floor, first of all.
Especially if there was no like blankets or padding or anything at all. Like if you had to put him down for a second, like
it's like on a pile of dead grass.
Say you're like out in the middle of nowhere right here, even though you have a nice comfy castle right there you could have the birth in, right? Why would you pick to have the baby over here in like a straw hut with a cow, with like a cage, and drop his ass on the floor? And that's baby Jesus, and you're a redheaded Mary, and then like, dude, you could have gave birth right there, lady. Like
where
you
the
could have
sun don't
picked the
shine.
prime location.
Yeah.
You know, like any of these places would be beautiful. They probably have medical staff over there. They probably have help. Over here, she's like in the alleyway dropping them on the floor next to a dumpster with a cow.
But though, really, this guy with the weird gloves, he's like such a wise man, though, right? Those are the wise guys.
Are they the wise guys?
Are those the shepherds? Or I mean,
The
the
Italians? The mafia? The mob?
what do they call them? The Magi's?
I don't know what they called them. You tell me. You're the Bible scholar.
Yeah, the Bible calls them Magi's, and then it says on the footnote, wise men.
Yeah.
Whew. That guy's got a bindi dot in it between his eyes.
Look at this one. Whoa.
I know. Why is he like a gray alien?
Whoa. I didn't even see that one yet. I know I already looked at it, but I haven't really looked at it yet. Like that blew me back. That took me back about 10 years. What's this, a kid?
Literally.
This is a little, like a boy or a girl or something.
So the hips, the ponytail you could see is red. Down to the hips.
Who is this?
The ponytail. Look at
it. I know it's a girl, right? So who is it?
But she's already flashing gang signs.
What, she has a gang?
She's got the 3 fingers up.
She's throwing up the. Oh yeah, look at it. She's throwing out a gang sign.
That is weird.
Yeah, what is she doing?
But the first Mary there holding up the Wolverine hands are crazy.
So this is depicting the birth of Christ in the spring.
It's so weird, man. Then you think there could be something maybe covered up with like those angels there over the roof. That doesn't look right to me. I don't know.
1420. That was from 1420. Depicted Nativity, it's called, by Robert Campin. 1420.
Wow, this is awesome.
Depicting the birth of Christ in 1420 in the spring. That's when he drew it.
They got turbans back then, Turbans.
The nativity accounts in the New Testament Gospels of Matthew and Luke do not mention a dated time of the year of birth of Jesus. Yeah, of course these people are going to leave it open-ended. All right, what's the next one?
What I mean is there should be some real document, like historically, because they had these. Look at this. Look at the backdrop, and they got castles, and it's a city.
Oh yeah, and this is what you found.
No birth certificate or anything.
What is this? This is a NASA document.
No, this was like official thing they have here from NASA.
From NASA, I don't believe anything from NASA, but
could they even be though like that? They have to acknowledge this. I mean, there's even NASA proof. So I was like, what's going on here?
All right,
I thought I'd read into it.
Well, let's read what this says. This is from NASA. The required revenue, and it is unlikely that a new project of this magnitude would have been concluded in under 2 years. The actual collection of taxes could then follow. Here in Israel, at least, there was the added complication that taxes were collected in the town or city of origin and not necessarily a residence, so that Joseph and Mary had to make the long journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem to pay tax, Luke 11:4-5. This would involve a high degree of organization, which could take up to a year to implement.
Yeah.
Reverting now to Caesar Augustus, it is noteworthy that he was reluctant to be the symbol of absolute power, and for this reason resigned the consulship in 23 BC, not to be elected again until 5th January 1st BC 23 on assuming office. And with the knowledge that the imperial census had been completed, here surely we have Luke 2, and it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all world should be taxed. With regard to Luke 2, and this taxing was first made when Cyrenius Quirinius was governor of Syria. It should be said here that he was emperor's legate in Syria at this time, not being appointed governor until AD 6. This may have been genuine mistake on Luke's part, but Bruce offers an alternative explanation by suggesting that the connotation of the Hellenistic Greek used in the New Testament times, this verse was translated. This enrollment was before that made when Quirinius was governor of Syria. So what are they trying to say here?
So now just like skip ahead a little bit about the star, and the next page was cool. So I just wanted to talk about like their registry. See that where it says click next page?
All right, next
All
page.
right, that's a minute.
Right.
I'll tell you something here. Let me see here. Right up here where it says, okay. Oh, so where she was pregnant. Zoom in on that part up at the top.
Part of the period of pregnancy and their entry into Galilee may well have coincided with Christ's birth.
Yeah, because like right then it said in the Bible that she was swollen with child or something like. So she was like obviously like full pregnant when this happened. So when do you think she's going to be trucking it out pregnant in the winter? I don't think so. So especially since they were that poor, they're not going to be on a chariot. They're going to be on foot. So I would think too, like what this says. So a little bit more about this thing about, I think before this too, I was reading, they were talking about how like the tax and the registering thing wasn't the same. But like that when she was pregnant though, they issued out this thing to kill all those firstborns.
Yeah.
But they had to register, and when they registered, they had to say they had a baby. So, that's part of it. So, like, when was that decree issued? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, obviously, that was a big thing when they wanted to kill every baby in the empire over this birth of Jesus. I mean, I think it was pretty real.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go a little bit deeper on this. I'm getting it up. Let me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't really have a lot of time to pull.
No, it's cool. I got some other. We're moving along. We're moving right along here. Just give me a second.
This is a cool topic.
Oh yeah, well, I have more. So you ready? You guys ready? It goes deeper. Dun dun dun. Hold on, we'll get the action news thing for this. Let's see. Action news. What is that? This is action news. I just seen a very interesting question that no one has ever asked me yet. Boston Ray Adventures, have got the Betts tat from the video on your skin? Oh, yes, I do.
It's on your belly.
Yes, I do. Oh, it's self-love because I love myself that much. That's what it's all about. It's in the Boston writing. Because all me and all my homeboys did that from back in the day. We all got like the Boston B incorporated. That's why you see that's another Boston B behind me. You see what I'm saying? That's the Bruins Boston B. Up there's the Boston Red Sox writing. So like those are the two fonts that we use in Boston, and it's kind of like a gang sign. Threes up for Boston. We throw up threes. It doesn't mean 33. It does for Larry Bird, I think, is what it's for. But it might be Freemasonic in its origin. Probably everything is. All right. So
there's like a big place around here called St. Charles, and they got a lot of Masonic buildings. I noticed, and that the population is.
Oh, we're gonna get into some Freemasonry tonight, but also, dun dun dun. So not only is April Fool's really Jesus's birthday, but it's also a pagan holiday.
Woo! It is.
I want to talk to you about the pagan origin of April Fool's Day and what it means to call someone an April Fool. Let's first look at what the month of Abib means in the Bible. Abib in the Bible is the biblical New Year. In the Bible, God said that the beginning of the new year is the month of Abib, which corresponds to our Gregorian calendar as the month of April and not January.
Oh, so in the original calendar, or something, what is she saying? Hold on. It has to do with the Gregorian calendar.
Corresponds to our Gregorian calendar as the month of April.
So the month of Abib responds to the month of April in our Gregorian calendar.
And not January.
Not January. Not January.
After the Babylonian captivity, the month of Abib, the name was changed to Nisan. It's still the same month, it was just given a different name. Same month, still corresponds to our April, was just given a different name after the Babylonian captivity. It is a spring month. The word spring is important here, and we'll see why later on. Let's look at a few verses in the Bible.
I got some pretty green
that
crops.
Talks about the month of Abib. Exodus 40, verse 2. On the first day of the first month.
See, everything God does is good. Even green in the crop. You know what I'm saying? Even green in the crop for us.
Abib, you shall set up the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. Exodus 12, verse 1 and 2. The Passover lamb. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, this month shall be the beginning of months to you. It is to be the first month of the year to you.
Yeah.
Exodus 40, verse 17.
Exodus.
Now it happened on the first day of the first month, Abib.
Abib.
Deuteronomy 16, verse 1. The feast of Passover. Observe the month of Abib. And
my nickname was Abib back in high school, but I don't know why they called me that.
Celebrate the Passover.
Prince Abib.
For in the month of Abib, the Lord your God brought you out of Egypt by night. Joel 2, verse 21 to 23. Fear not.
I know this guy named Abib that works down at the Quickie Mart.
O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. Be not afraid, you beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness do spring. Take note of the word spring. For the tree beareth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength.
Fig tree.
Be glad then, you children of
Yeah,
Zion,
the fig trees do
do
grow kind of bit soon.
For he has given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. Springtime.
Springtime. Boom, baby. Now we're on to something.
Springtime in Israel is the beginning of the year, not January. It is where everything gets new life.
Yes.
Israel.
Yes. It's cold and flu season too, when everything
When
gets new life.
The Roman Catholic Church changed the Gregorian calendar in 1582, they moved the celebration of New Year's from April 1st to January 1st, renaming it after the Roman god
so it's New Year's too.
Janus.
To what is this now with the two heads?
Janus. January.
Is this a hijack from Satan? Look at this image.
In Israel.
It's Janus.
The year begins in
Look at his forehead as part of his nose.
For the Romans.
What is going on?
Those who continued to celebrate the new year on April 4th, they were referred to as fools.
Joke's on you, you assholes.
In other words, the people who were true to God, who were loyal people,
know the
still
truth.
Keeping God's
Abib.
Still.
The people that know God know the truth.
Acknowledging the new year in the month of Abib, which is in April, they were called April Fools. Again, it is a mockery of God's word.
Yes, it is. Once again.
As with everything the pagans do.
Yet again.
They mock God's
Another
word.
mockery.
They undermine God's authority. Let's look at Daniel 7, verse 25. And he, the Antichrist, shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. What is happening today?
Amen.
The Antichrist is wearing us out.
Read that second part.
So, Antichrist, what do you, when someone says the Antichrist, what do you think that is?
Well, this is what the New Testament teaches of anyone that doesn't believe Jesus is God that came in the flesh. They deny Jesus as the Lord. And
Anything that goes against Christ is Antichrist.
like if you reject the gospel and if you agree that it's false or whatever, then you don't have to believe in the Bible to go to heaven and stuff. Like, well, I think that's what that means. Anything anti-Christ. I mean, it's about Jesus taught that he's the way, the truth, and the life.
I think the agendas that are going on in the world right now are
Yeah.
Antichrist.
And this says over here, and think to change times and laws, because they're always changing laws, obviously. Now the times change. We just had a time change. They just changed the month from April to January, about the first of the year.
They're lying to us about Jesus' birthday. We can prove that much.
I just looked in Deuteronomy. It says the first, observe the month of Abib and celebrate the Passover. Abib. That makes it sounds like April almost.
Yeah, it begins with an A.
We get to the rapture. Let's continue. And he will think to change times and laws. The Antichrist will think to change times and laws. The spirit of Antichrist has been working in this world for a very, very, very.
So that's what this holiday is all about, April 1st. It's a pagan holiday to celebrate the spirit of the Antichrist is already at work in the world. That's what they're doing.
Very long time. The revealing of the Antichrist is still to come. But the working of the Antichrist spirit has been working in this world.
That's what happened when the hijacked the church with the Roman Catholics.
By the sun.
Yep.
So again, what the
boom, right
did,
on.
As with Christmas, as with Easter, as with everything, they changed God's laws, His creation laws, to promote their sun worship. Springtime in Israel, when everything springs back to life, is the beginning of the new year according to the Bible, and not January when it's in the middle of winter. Unfortunately, the whole world chose to follow the pagan Romans instead of following God's instructions. They fooled us all with the Roman Gregorian calendar, even though God already told us when the new year should begin in His Word. People don't read their Bibles for themselves, but rather have other people and church leaders and pastors interpret it for them and then just follow the world like fools. We were all brought up in this religion mindset of die dominee weet alles. En as jy iets nie weet nie, dan vra jy hom en sy woord is wet.
Yeah.
En jy stry ook nie met die dominee nie.
Of
jy nou die Bybel reg of verkeerd lees, dit maak nie saak nie.
Whatever you say.
Die dominee is reg.
Yep.
Huh?
We were never taught to go and
like skip to the next slide. Skip ahead a little. Habib.
Yeah. I can't handle it.
Okay, we get it.
We get it.
Sorry.
Enough.
But then it comes down to like when 420 is about,
Yeah.
In April. And I get to go back on StreamYard.
Okay. So we have that. Let me see. I got more.
Well, happy birthday, Jesus, and thank you, Ray, for telling me it was at the real Jesus' birthday.
Well, I'm not really sure yet. I mean,
kind of leaning towards believing it to be plausible.
You want to believe? You want to believe it is?
Because I was proven that last year that Christmas isn't the real birth, like about Jesus anymore.
Tracking back the ancient origins of April Fool. Tracking back the ancient origins of April Fool's Day.
That picture you put on here.
Yeah, there's the picture I put up. I'll subscribe later. All right. Man, they're gonna hit me with this. What the fuck? You can't just get rid of these people. All right. April 1st. Tracing back the ancient origins of April Fool's Day. Look, they got a little elf-looking orphan-looking thing putting a thing on the guy's back. Ha ha! April Fools. On 1st April every year, people around the world celebrate April Fool's Day, sometimes called All Fool's Day. And when merriment, the joviality supposed to reign in pranks, practical jokes, and hoaxes are socially sanctioned. The tradition of April Fool's Day has been observed for at least 5 centuries, but evidence suggests it traces back nearly 2 millennia. Despite the day being marked by many countries around the world, there is little agreement as its true origins. Is this it? Is this about it, or is this some bullshit? No, that's not it. All right. A popular theory suggests that April Fool's Day is a remnant of early renewal festivals, which took place. Early renewal festivals, pagan festivals, basically, took place in many different cultures to mark the beginning of spring. The Romans, for example, had a festival named Hilaria on the 25th of March. Hilaria, which they marked with masquerades and general good cheer, according to the Museum of Hoaxes. Well, according to the Museum of Hoaxes, these festives typically involved ritualized forms of mayhem, and misrule. You know what mayhem is? If you look it up, I can't.
Misrule? I mean, really?
Yeah, ritualized forms of mayhem and misrule.
Misrule. No thanks. That sounds pretty messed up.
Well, disrule would be like they did it on purpose, but misrule is like what they did it by they did it by accident.
Well, maybe that's a typo. It could be really intentional.
But mayhem is like, all right, mayhem. Let me explain it like this. Mayhem is the charge that Mike Tyson got when he bit the guy's ear off. That's what mayhem is. Okay, played tricks on friends as well as strangers and inverted the social order. An ancient Roman myth also tells the story of the god Pluto. Oh, they always got to throw they put a capital G in front of him, dude. Whoa. And they capitalized his name and the other one too. Look, god Pluto, who abducted Prosperia, the goddess, look, they put her in capitals, of grain and harvest. Prosperina's mother can only hear the voice of her daughter when she searched for her in the vast expanse of the underworld. The fruitless search ended in vain and inspired the idea of a fool's errand. So
there's an expanse under the world now?
Yeah. There's an underworld. But wait, what happened? So Pluto abducted Proserpina, the goddess of grain and harvest. All right, so he abducted her. Her mother could not hear the voice of her, and she searched underneath the ground. And the fruitless search ended up in vain because she never found her daughter, and inspired the idea of a fool's errand. So they sent her on basically a wild goose chase. According to the biblical theory, the 1st April is the day that Jesus was sent from Pontius Pilate to Herod and back again. So they're saying something different.
What?
They're saying, according to the biblical theory, I don't know, the biblical theory, you familiar with that? The 1st April is the day Jesus was sent. But we just said that the calendar was wrong, right? So the 1st of April in their timeline would be different. It would be a different month. It would be January or something, or whatever they were saying, right?
This guy looks like a devil with those.
Yeah. Oh, that's a jester. That's what I've seen before. We're getting down to that. Someone on a fool.
And he's got another little head on a stick.
Yeah, I've seen this before in real life.
This is cool.
During the Middle Ages, a number of celebrations developed which appear to have evolved from earlier pagan festivals, and which served as direct predecessors to April Fool's Day. The most important of these was the Festus Fatorum, the Feast of Fools. which evolved out of Saturnalia. On this day, mostly observed in France, that's weird, celebrants elected a mock pope and made fun of church rituals. The church, of course, and its best stamp out the tradition. So they made a mock church, made fun of the church, but it persisted until the 16th century in late medieval Europe. Fools, jokers, or jesters, as they came to be known, so they didn't even know what they were before, were popular entertainers who performed in town squares and royal courts. Much of the entertainment was performed in a comic style, and many jesters made contemporary jokes in the word or song about people or events well known in their audiences. There you go. Creepy medieval jester.
For some reason, I thought a jester was something like a king had, like, in his room to, like, entertain.
I did enjoy it, but I'm not signing up. But thank you.
Yeah, that was kind of
let's see.
cool topic.
What's this one? Oh, all right. This is another one. This is another one. We gotta sound the alarm for. Hold on. Where is it? Can you guys see the screen? Female Freemasons are doing rituals. Look at this. Look at them. Look at that. It's the female Freemasons that are doing the rituals.
What is that thing on her?
What is going on here? Look.
There's like a gold ring, a gold coin on her tummy.
No, this is November 8, 2017, so this is old news, guys.
What's the female?
You guys should already know about this. This shouldn't be breaking news to anybody, but since 2017, the ceremonies and rituals of female Freemasons. Look at them. They look like
Grandma Sally over here with the man-do cut. They all got man haircuts.
Dude, don't mess with... Look, Grandmaster Zuzakana Penn holds the highest rank in the Order of Woman Freemasons. That's the highest ranking woman's Freemason right there.
What is they looking at?
Who knows, dude? But look,
dude, with the white glove.
Let's see what they're doing. Female Freemasons have been gathering for more than 100 years, conducting initiation ceremonies and rituals like their male counterparts. Now the BBC's Victoria Derbyshire program has been given unique access to their secret societies. What is Freemasonry? Ask or masker at the Honorable Fraternity of Ancient Freemasons. A peculiar system of morality veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. That's pretty accurate. That was the Grand Master said that. She has taken part in a ceremony to reach the rank of the second degree. It celebrates her rise and standing within the society. The first degree was previously marked by her initiation. All right, so the first degree is the initiation. The second degree is a celebration in the rise of her standing within the society. So that's when you make it to the second degree, which involved the bearing her right arm, left breast, and knee, while a noose was placed around her neck, dude. That was the first degree was previously marked by her initiation, which involved a bearing her right arm. She had to put her right arm, left breast, and knee, while a noose was placed around her neck, like a certain stance with a noose around her neck. Each of these elements, it is said, has a symbolic meaning, though we are not told anything more. So it's all a big secret. The third degree is said to be where you experience death to be reborn, representing the end of one's life and the beginning of another. What this means is practice, again, is kept from us. But this itself is a glimpse into the workings of a secretive society. Many people perhaps do not even know that female Freemasons exist. You know, I hear that all the time. People are like, oh, you have to be a man to be a Freemason. Nope, wrong. The male Freemasons who started meeting officially 300 years ago have always gained greater attention. They are currently led by Duke of Kent. But between the two female societies, the Honorable Fraternity of Ancient Freemasons and the Order of Women Freemasons, which split the earlier 20th century, there are nearly 5,000 members. That was in 2017. Look, there's the chessboard because they play everything like it's a game of fucking chess, right? The duality, the light and the dark. You see things like gestures in between the light and the darkness. This is all connected, dude. They know what's going on. The Order of Women Freemasons meets regularly in lodges or temples around the country. During the ceremonies, the women dress in white robes and regalia worn around their necks to represent their place in the hierarchy. The service we see begins with procession down the center aisle. Members of the organization bow as they reach the front, where Grandmaster Zuzanka Pen sits on the grand chair that looks similar to a throne. So they got this lady sitting up in a throne. Prayers are said during ceremonies, and at times it has to feel of a religious group, although Miss Penn is keen to stress it's not a religious group. In order to be a Freemason, you have to believe in a supreme being, she says, but it can be any faith at all. We will have people who are very religious and people who are not as observant, but of any race, any faith, she says. Look at them all, dude.
Look at the purple and the blue. It means something about idolatry. I remember reading about in the Bible. The
Pink Freemason images. All right, mass accountability. I will. Most of the women in the society age been targeted in university, fresh affairs, the way recruit younger members. Leonardo, she joined the Freemason 7 years ago. There's another one. You hear the stories, but I've not come across it in it's this is. I've been a Freemason for over 40 years, and I've never been offered a favor or offered anyone else a favor. Good for you. Well, you must be a sucker then. You ain't getting no favors done for her. In 1957, they were called the Home Secretary Freemason facts. Look at that, dude. Whoa. There's so many of them, dude. There are about 4,700 female Freemasons in the UK compared with about 200,000 male Freemasons. So there's a lot less females than males.
Looks like a church.
Freemasons meet in a temple, which they call a lodge, as understood.
Oh.
When the stonemasons met when working on a church or a cathedral. They wear Masonic aprons dating back to the theory that Freemasonry evolved from the stonemasons who wore them for protection from stone chipping. The third degree is the final stage before becoming a fully fledged Mason. The ceremony involves close questioning, which is where the expression "giving someone the third degree" originates. There you go. So the whole "don't give me the third degree" that's originates in Freemasonry. Famous male Freemasons have included Sir Winston Churchill and what? Famous. Oh, I thought they said female. Miss Chapman stresses the Freemasons. All right. We're not trying to take over the world, despite all these conspiracy theorists on the internet, and we're not trying to overthrow the government. They already own the government. We need to preserve an element of secrecy only because that's what makes it special. One of the most famous aspects of Freemasonry has always been the Masonic handshake, and this is no different within the female organizations. Yes, of course we have a handshake. She admits about it. She's like, we have a handshake, okay? She's like, we're not trying to overthrow the governments. They just control them. That's all. They don't want to overthrow them. They want to just control them, you know? And that's what they do. Yes, of course we have a handshake, says Miss Penn, refusing to demonstrate. She ain't going to tell us what it is. It's a secret. You'll have to join, and then we'll tell you. Oh, you got to go through all their bullshit before they tell you about their handshake. All right. What did Mass Accountability say? We should look up pink. What was that? He's usually right. Where's that at? I'll find it.
I felt like I just got a parasite in my eye all of a sudden.
Oh, we're doing good tonight. Oh, everyone give it a thumbs up. Oh,
there's some coffee in here.
Oh, I don't see him no more. I think he said look up pink Freemasons. All right, let's look.
Oh, is that a thing?
The artist Pink did the woman's ritual during a show. All right, let's do it. Mass Accountability, in for the kill. All right, let's do this. All right, let's go. I like Duck Duck Go. I don't know why. I guess I'm a Duck Duck Go kind of person. All right. Pink.
Yeah, I was just trying to think and remember all the old search engines that there used to be.
All right. Well, I found a whole bunch of shit under that, so I'll just show it. But I'll find the one you're talking about. All right. So they got like women's images of women's pink Freemason stuff.
Oh, that's the thing, huh?
Oh yeah.
You don't say.
Memorabilia. What's this?
The ribbon is the same as the tool?
We try to display the colors accurately. It's all about signs and symbols. Just like the Egyptians used to talk with hieroglyphics. What's this?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks old. Look at that.
That's the thing I saw in that building over there that I got on one of my lawns.
It's got the chest plate. What does that say? The world. Oh, I can almost read it.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like these globes.
The world is something. There's the back of. Oh, hang on. Let me show you that one. There's the back of the dollar, which is the Star of Rimfram, whatever.
Yeah. You know, I was over on the Indian Mounds in St. Charles this weekend. I mean, this week for a service call, and I asked the lady that lived there.
Here it is. Pink's Freemason ritual exposed. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Holy Jesus. You'd be lifting yourself up if you had a baby. A candidate.
Whatever. I'd probably still tap it. No, I'm just.
What's a candidate?
What's up?
Oh, candidate. Oh, never mind. The blindfold. She's initiating right here.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, this is like the whole ritual right here.
Okay, pause it here for a second because it says now seek the light like this. There's some big deal about this light symbolic thing. Well, they said that Satan comes as a messenger of light or an angel of light.
Well, Lucifer was the angel of light, and we have a different name in heaven. So all of us do. So when God cast him down, he named him Satan. He changed his name.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt. I think it's going to go that route.
No, but I know what you mean. The light, enlightenment, Freemasonry, it's all connected, right?
Seems good, but really is underlying.
Oh, so the bare left breast, as seen here, represents as the heart. The heart, according to the Masons, the heart is where all the secrets rest. That's why you see the heart in all their symbol in the on their buildings and everything. They have it everywhere.
You see the stars behind his head there on the door.
Look, Pink is so bold in her agenda that she went as far as to place a sticker heart to cover her nipple as well. Oh yeah, she did. You see that? So like it's the heart, and it's also a Freemasonic heart. She's disorderly.
When it says MTV,
fucking disorderly.
MTV, is that Mason TV? Masonic TV?
Yeah, actually the first MTV, the MTV studios is in a Freemasonic lodge. Did you know that? All right.
Amen. Trust Jesus.
Did it work? No. I don't know. Oh well.
There's 40 comments. I mean, really, I got to go back.
We're doing well. We're doing well tonight. We have 7. It says we have 24 people watching. Did you put it on your channel too?
Yes.
That's why we're killing it. We're on 4 channels.
Yeah, I told my dad I was coming on maybe, so I sent him the link.
Awesome. Your dad?
My dad had a power outage last night, but I'll tell you, here in town, someone had their lightning strike their house, so I had to replace their garage door motor was fried today.
Yeah.
And they were 2 Marines that lived there, and they had a handicapped son, and I got to know him. He watched me do the whole job. He was really cool.
Andrea, what's
good
up?
person. Yeah. Hey, Andrea D. She's nice. She comes to my show. She's
she's
really
been
good.
she's been here. She's been here a while.
Andrea, she's got a show
She's been here
about
since the beginning.
the Bible too. She's got.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. Everybody's here. Look at that.
Andrea knows what's up.
Shout out. Oh, super. I've been using her soap from Homestead Soapery, I think it's called.
Dana.
Good stuff. Really.
Wow, we got a good mixture of people now. This is great. I love it. Perpetual platypussy. Email. Great. I don't know who that is. No clue.
Hey, you know why I put Roo on my name? Because it means like D-Roo, Andy Roo, like D-Roo.
Welcome. What was the name again?
Oh, that's Roo.
Welcome, Perpetual Platypussy, trademark. All right. Anyway,
I called her Perpetual or Perp.
Oh, really? You've seen the name? You've seen the name before?
Like everybody you just said,
Is that one of your subs?
Everybody I think I saw here has wrenches on my channel, so.
All right. Well, I'll give out wrenches on my channel too. Sub all of our channels. Sub his channel. Sub their channels. All the channels I just put on the screen. Sub them, and then everybody sub each other and just go on a subbing spree. That's why we give you the wrenches.
Ding the bell. Share it. Click the like. Who cares?
Post it.
Share it.
Who cares what people think?
Get on up.
Get on up.
You slept.
All right.
So what? Share it. Rewatch it.
Let's see. Let's see if this is any good. I think this might be something too. Maybe not. Do I even want to look at it? The Guardian. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Freemasons explain a guide to the secretive society. When did it begin? Is it a religion? And are its members' identities kept secret? Well, Freemason models itself upon the fraternities of medieval stonemasons who would have used secret words and symbols to recognize each other's legitimacy photograph. When the first Grand Lodge, this is the whole history of them, dude.
I saw this thing on John.
I don't know if I want to read all this.
I saw this show about John Levi. He said like he was looking at homes for sale, and they had like secret brick house built into the mountains.
Are the identities of all Freemasons kept secret? No. Individuals, Masons, can declare themselves if they wish, and the names of the senior officers of the Brotherhood in England and Wales can be found in the Masonic Yearbook.
Yearbook?
If they wish, they can identify themselves. They don't have to.
Oh, in the yearbook, they can.
Like, you don't. It's not like you up to them and you're like, so are you a cop? And they have to tell you.
I was wondering, is they the same group that were like part of the Nazis where they had to get the scar on their face from fencing? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Like I heard about these guys, like their fraternities, they would do fencing and get the big scar on their face so that they would look mean when they became like an officer in the army. In there, you know. This
is the Masonic calendar. April 1st. In 1889 was born in Kansas City Mobro Wallace Beery, voted the world's best actor. Marlboro Wallace Berry. In 1934 by the International Motion Picture Exhibition. That's all they're giving us.
They don't want you to know everything.
No. That's what's on their calendar. Fucking assholes. All right. So anyway,
it's everything like the pyramid. Marlboro, it said Marlboro. What are you doing? Building the pyramids?
I have no idea.
I think so. I was watching that thing about the. I think it might be a little bit off topic here, but
hey, what?
All those rocket ships that they're working in, maintenance in, and everything, launching.
Where?
Building the launch pads up with the.
Is this new? Is this
just rocket technology?
Yeah,
it's been going on. But I saw somebody shared a link today, and I was like watching it. I'm like, wow, they really show everything, and how they got 33 Bell engines on this freaking rocket, and I'm thinking 33 engines. Why would they do 33? That sounds like a Masonic number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking for something.
Yeah, I could probably pull it up.
What do you? No, I have a whole bunch of stuff. What do you want to pull up?
Somebody shared this link with me today.
Yeah, if you want me to play it, I'll play it.
Let me see if I get it. If I fall off, I'm just gonna come back.
All right, I'll play no, I got. Yeah, I'll play a song because
I got it. I'll put it in the chat real quick here. Hold on.
All right, because I got some stuff I need to get up too.
Well, I didn't fall off, so I got this here. Let me see what I got here
on my phone.
This is it.
Pain in my ass doing it this way, but
something.
All right. All right, hold on. Let me just play a song real quick anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There you go.
Let's see. I can see if I can get away with this before they cut me off.
Oh, this stupid thing's playing this dumbass ad. I mean, really. 3 seconds. No,
Hold on 1 sec. It's a commercial. Fucking long ass commercial. All right. Let's see if I can get away with this. All right, we'll throw the banner up. Oh, hold on. The brand. Where's that at? All right, check this out. I got it.
Ready for you.
It's in there. The link's in there. Is what you're saying?
It's coming. There you go.
All right, get it in there. All right, it'll be 1 second. Take a quick break. See if they cut it.
CP682. Change sizes. The sewer gator. CP682. Did you see that thing I put in the private chat, right? By any chance? I think maybe, Ray, once you asked me. Oh, by the way, I can't hear anything. You asked me, how did I find your show? I think maybe Andrea D maybe shared it.
What? What's up?
You remember once you asked me how I found out about your show?
Yeah, I ask a lot of people that, yeah.
So I think maybe Andrea D maybe shared it once or something. Because I saw her in the chat and you said that she was on, she's been with your show for a while.
She's been my mod. Yeah, she's been a mod here for a long time. One of my main mods, her and Hippie Shake.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to
You're new.
YouTube.
You're very new. You have no idea.
Okay,
You have no idea the things we've been through, me and Andrea, and the things the triumphs, the successes, the plights, the fails. But you know what? We still stuck together, me and Andrea. We've been together since we used to play in the sandbox. You know what I mean? Back in before high school, elementary school. Okay.
Is that how you got your nickname?
What's up?
Is that how you got your nickname?
That's how I got. Andrea gave me a lot of my nicknames. Yeah, Andrea D. Yeah, she did. But it's all right. I won't tell anybody.
So you got too much sand.
So
a lot of sand in that mud flood adventure.
Maybe she said maybe another Andrea. Well, there is a lot of different Andreas. Yeah, you're right.
I think she says her name is Andrea. No,
Andrea. So that's a little bit more fancier.
Andrea. There's like a little.
I like it.
Andrea. Say it like that. So, yeah. If you're wondering, what were we talking about before the break?
What is it? Is this a Globy video? I can't play. I'm not allowed to play Globy videos.
I don't even know what I sent you.
I don't know. That's ain't it.
I don't remember. Oh, it's about these rockets with the 33 engines.
Okay, this is the video. All right. It's a Globy video, though. All right.
What does that mean?
We'll see what they have to say. I'll have to fast forward. The Globies don't like when we play their videos.
Well, if you fast forward to the part about the engines.
No, I'll speed it. Even though he's talking fast, I'll speed his ass up even faster. Watch this.
This is something else.
Or maybe I should slow him down.
You got to listen to that too, because some of it's narrative, that kind of.
Yeah. I just don't want to be the same speed. Hold on.
Hey, Marcus Hansworthy here. This week we've got everything. A man pushed a fun. Large shielding for launch, ships being loaded with engines, this behemoth being lifted, and that is all just at Starbase Texas. Falcon 9 action again, this time coming into this hairy-looking landing. OneWeb completing their satellite constellation. Big news coming for future Artemis missions.
All right, none of that proves anything to me that they just showed.
And they
It's all
a bunch of other
No,
fun
I
stuff.
was just thinking. I just wanted to like, see this part. No, it's not proving anything.
This is fake. Right here.
This is bullshit with the fucking gorilla suit.
So fake. Look, a gorilla
kicking off at Starbase's launch.
Really? You really think
pound sand if
you really think there's somebody up there in a gorilla costume on the ISS fucking around? What? Wait, let's go back. Well, hold on.
It's after this part, though.
Wait. Let's go back to that.
Oh, I'm not even going to throw some lame April Fool's Day jokes all over the place. Let's just rip in.
Oh, this is their little April Fool's Day joke. Hold on. That was an April Fool's
Future
Day
Artemis missions and a bunch of other fun stuff to quickly run over. Oh, and I'm not even going to throw some lame April Fool's Day jokes all over the place. Let's just.
He's not going to. What?
That shit.
He did.
To quickly run over. Oh, and I'm not even going to throw some lame April Fool's Day jokes all over the place. Let's just rip into it.
Oh my god.
Kicking off at Starbase.
Why doesn't the fucking guy in the monkey suit still have to put a spacesuit on? Is it a space-proof monkey suit?
The launch site, it might feel just a little bit like a Groundhog Day with SpaceX diligently working away at the orbital launch mount. Bear with me though, because it's really coming down to crunch time. I mean, just look at the sheer amount of cables going up, almost all of them connected to welding machines. Just take a look at this image here. Welding going on all over the place and loads more equipment being lifted onto the mount.
God.
Now, what exactly is all of this for? Let's take a look at some of the photos from RGV aerial photography. From this perspective, we are able to spot the orbital launch mount deck has been upgraded. Zooming in here, you will see all of these new attachment points on the now far less rusty cover.
Far less rusty.
Oh, so they took the rust off of some old piece of shit building that got fucked up somehow.
They're gonna make it better now.
The ruins of a round structure, and they were like, "Oh, let's make this." People like, "Yeah, let's take the rust off of it." Well, we got the rust off of it, like $80 billion a day later.
This is most likely a new layer of added shielding to protect the launch mount itself from the
Right, it's coming out here.
And the heat of the exhaust during liftoff. An added bonus of this extra shielding is that it
That's just a video on the side of a rocket. It doesn't show us that it goes into outer space.
looks to be
No, we're gonna get further
all the
This is
shielding
all this.
has been designed to allow it to sustain a serious amount of punishment and still be in tip-top condition, ready to launch again.
If they have a camera on the side of a rocket like that, right? Why don't they show us it go all the way into outer space ever? Because the camera would go into outer space, wouldn't it? If it was attached to the rocket like that.
Just like that.
To verify everything is in good working order, SpaceX also did some testing with the 20 Raptor booster quick disconnects. That is always a cool shot to see. And if you want to know what this may look like from above, Corey here did a great render of this a while back. Looks pretty mad from below too. Given that SpaceX have been working right next to these quick disconnects, I can see why they would have wanted to just purge everything.
Dude, it just looks like a smokestack, like at a electricity building.
Just in case some debris made its way into the system.
Smoky mirrors.
You asking in the comments, when do these modifications stop? Well, it seems like this could be the last week for now. Once seemingly satisfied with everything, SpaceX workers went into high gear, rapidly tearing down the scaffolding near the bottom of these new external shielding pieces. Just look how much better everything looks compared to a week ago.
What do you think? Effed up world, what do you think it is?
Maybe a little contradictory here is that they actually built the scaffolding more on the top of the launch mount.
What do you think? What do you think they're building it for? Effed up? Or no, seriously, I want to know what he thinks.
That is, I suspect, due to the fact that the inner railing has been removed for the installation of those new protective covers on top. SpaceX has also installed 2 fire hoses inside the tank farm, and they've already tested them out. They look to be placed in kind of an odd spot, though, don't they? Why here? Well, I think the purpose for these is not to extinguish any fires on the launch mount, but instead within the tank farm itself. If fire manages to get in there, they've actually got one installed on the liquid oxygen side and the other on the methane side of the tank farm. So, time for the hot topic of the week. Booster 7 finally made its return to the orbital launch mount after all of those upgrades were completed. On Monday, 2 self-propelled modular transporters together with the required counterweights were moved towards the launch site. At first, I thought the lift would happen on Tuesday, but it turned out that the closure was due to the adverse weather. Meanwhile, Epic Spaceflight's hoop cam here had a nice angle of the teams completing the berm near...
They always close it to the adverse weather.
Wait till they show the engines, though. That's it.
It was Wednesday morning, though. The
That's all I want to see.
Swiftly rose up the orbital launch integration tower and opened to greet Booster 7. Within moments, that 70-metre tall behemoth was moved towards the stacking location. Over the course of a few hours, the teams further prepared for the lift and removed the temporary pressurization plate. It was time for the chopsticks to once again lift Booster 7 onto the launch mount. And this time...
Effed Up World says it's going to shake the sky apart and cause it to roll up and depart. They haven't launched it into the darkness of hell quite yet.
Hopefully the last. It still has been a long ride.
Is this the big one?
May of 2022. Wow, that was almost a year ago. We also got to see a new, fresh view of all of those 33 Raptor engines. You should also notice that SpaceX removed all of those
33
when it was lifted off a few weeks ago.
I might.
33 engines. I just noticed that, Ray. I wanted to share it with you. Thought that number was interesting, how they got to have 3 engines, 33 engines like that.
Showing up on the first.
If you, hey, F'd Up World, if you ever want to come on and talk about anything, I'll put out the link for you. You can come on and do your thing.
Hey,
I don't know enough about the Book of Enoch to really talk about it.
I think I could send him a text of the link to come on your panel.
If he wants to, you can if you want.
I think
it's up to him. It's up to him. I don't want to put him on the spot.
I think he may have shared this video with me.
Oh, he's the one that showed you.
I'm in a text group from a few guys.
He's usually on top of this type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a lot from him about this.
We'll see. Just let it spin. It'll do its thing. It'll come back, or maybe not.
So I heard that Elon Musk is the one who's to bring about the mark of the beast. What do you think about that?
All right, so let's take a look at what's been happening over at the build site, because there's been plenty of
I think the mark of the beast is on its way. I think, yeah.
There too. Beginning in the high bay, we saw ship 28.
I think it's already here.
Lifted again, but this time with its middle liquid oxygen section. In usual fashion, it was then placed onto the turntable, ready to be welded together. That leaves just one major stacking event left for this ship, and that is going to be with its thrust section. I also think in this case, they're going to lift the ship up on top of the liquid methane downcomer. How exactly will they do this? Well, this part of a...
Look at him when he's shaking it. Ooh, he's shaking it with the crane. You can't really keep it straight. You saw that?
Yeah, I can't stand the guy's voice, but right. So
I want to talk over this nonsense.
Yeah. Well, that's going the purpose.
You can't imagine how pissed off Elon would be if he saw him shaking that thing when he's moving it with the crane. The guy was like wobbling, like he was gonna drop it.
They have some guy with like an English or like Australian accent talking to us to make us think he's smart.
Yeah,
it's to trick the Americans to make us think that we're being told by a very smart person. Because he has an accent. We all fall for it too.
And I think he's got glasses too. It makes him look smarter.
He's working the night shift right now, so he can't come on. That's all right. Next time, F'd Up World, we'll do a show. We'll get something done. Talk to Andrew about it, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I worked the graveyard shift at Sydney Sugars in Montana. That was pretty crazy. I think maybe that has the mark of the beast there, because we'd have to check in with our hands.
Yeah, if you do want to come on and talk about the Book of Enoch one day, let me know, because I don't know much about it. I look at it a little bit, but I'm not versed enough on that to talk. I know you could probably come on and do a good demonstration on it, or whatever you want to, whatever he's trying to get across.
Yeah, I believe in what he's talking about over there on his channel. And, I just don't know how to talk. I'm not a good speaker. But
he's good at it.
Thanks for having me on your show. I mean, it's like the support to support your show.
I needed help with the biblical stuff tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up that verse, and it sounds right about what they were talking about.
So you're thinking April 1st might be it? Might be Jesus?
April Abib, and that's about making things new. If he's the new savior.
So Raptor engines, is this what you guys are talking about? The Raptor engines, is this the important part?
Well, yeah, that's some of it. But the thing about I just was pointing out. Yeah, it is. So, you see that thing?
Yeah, the way the engine looked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the devil.
But it's gonna break through the firmament. The way it looks.
This is the war in heaven. People.
I don't know. I still don't think they're gonna be able to get out. I still think it's a load of crap. But we'll see. They're not that. I don't think they're really. I don't think we can ever get out of God's firmament.
Right. Exactly. Well, they're gonna try. That's the thing that's like gonna happen. But God's gonna do this thing where when he comes back on, like, hey, look, it's Singe Man. What's up?
It's Singe Man.
Hey, warriors.
What's up, Singe Man?
Change my background. There's Andy.
I was thinking Jesus when he comes back.
If you're going to maintain the paradigm that everything you see in the sky is an actual solar system, then you're never going to be able to really comprehend my data. What I believe is that our entire sky is simulated. And the sky is going to perpetuate the illusion that the sun is 93 million miles away. I don't believe any of that. This illusion of stars and this canopy that's over us that has us believing that there is freedom up there when it's not. We're in a contained area. The simulacrum is based off quantum principles. We are living within a mathematical construct that is operative every 138 years. I believe we live in a sentient biogram that is far more advanced than we're able to attain right now.
For fuck's sake. No one's breaking out the firmament. It's a spinning vortex and it's permanent. They already tried with Operation Fishbowl, but all I did was cause atmospheric turbulence. I told you. No one's breaking out the firmament. We're not. I'm positive, that's one thing I'm certain of. They already tried it with the Hadron Collider, but it never worked out and now it's disconcerting them. Everyone is trapped, we ain't going anywhere. We're trapped. You should be petrified, you should be very scared. If you wanna see the future, I'm already there. Everyone is trapped, we ain't going anywhere. And when you die, you're coming back, and that's a fact. And when you die again, you're coming back again, cause it's a trap. I must have done a couple 100,000 laps, but now I'm tired, I just need to take a nap. No one's breaking out the glass dome. Send help, I need to find a path home. I'm feeling homesick, that's why my heart's cold. All I see is disembodied entities and dark souls. Non-player characters, please don't talk to me, cause I will punch you in your face very forcefully. I wouldn't do that type of thing normally, but everyone is trapped in these magnetic vortices. I can manifest reality, I tempt fate. I'm overcoming all these algorithmic templates. I've been flying around the world with no restrictions, cause I don't need the jab, but you mad, I'm exempt, mate. Don't piss me off, you know my strength's great. I just need to be alone, I need some headspace. I'm a very complicated person, I was meditating in assembly in 10th grade. Embrace your multi-dimensionality. Question everything, because anything is possible and everything is energy. You are a multi-dimensional god trapped inside a holographic matrix simulation. As we collapse this construct and break the endless cycle of reincarnation.
Wow. No one's breaking through the glass dome. I'm out at sea, I'm lost, I'm looking for the stars home. I keep on going north and going very far, bro. Discover ancient land underwater, that is raw, bro. This hidden continents, and you can't quite believe it. Practice meditation, astral travel, lucid dreaming. Do that every night and every day by using breathing. If you wanna question me, I'll kill you, bro, your soul is leaving. The bravest fucking heaving, all these people gases screaming. Isometric on the set, leaving people's insides bleeding. I don't have a reason, I just think I'm hearing demons. I know this voice ain't mine, I'll overcome and I'll defeat it. Control, I'll delete it. My bars are more than deepish, magic spells, I feel it. Energy is creeping, I must find I'm healing. I know I'm a light being, I've been to the 5th dimension. I know where they are concealing. No one's breaking at the firmament, cause all I see is NPCs, I think I'll murder them. All these ancient lands, you ain't ever heard of them. I'm just talking truth and I don't know why it's hurting them. My mission on this plane was a predetermined one. I'm looking for the answers, I need to start relearning them. I do some meditation, now I am observing them. I guess it's syncretism, all these pedos you are serving them. I'll fucking burn the cunts, diverting, I am cursing them. I think we just alerted them, the AI is preserving them. 33.4% with a send transferring them. They're getting out this holographic matrix, I'm converting them. I'm reading all the files, I keep the knowledge in my brain. And I have rolled for miles, nothing's getting in my way. I used to love this world, the smile was taken from my face. 20 years from now, we will see this system break.
I have many videos that are explaining the astronomical anomalies that the scientific community doesn't want to talk about, such as parallax, the lack of parallax, the actual documented photo templates that astronomers have studied for the past 100 years showing that no matter what Earth's position is, not one single instance of parallax has ever been documented, and that's impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Whoa.
Break it through the firmament. Happy birthday, Jesus.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Wow. Like he,
what's up?
Like he can't believe that someone actually said that. He's like, we're not breaking up. We've been through this. Wow. I can hang out with that guy. Just on hearing him say "wow." I know he's cool. Like I have nothing I can say. But
So how's life treat? How's life treating you up
Happy
there?
birthday, Jesus. This thing.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jesus.
Birthday, Jesus. Working hard on my comic books to be done, and then I'll be doing more, and then I'll be doing more graphics for you because I'm working on graphics and working out physically. So I'm busy working because otherwise it was stale and so boring. I get so bored. But it's bored.
All right, open bar is now closed for everybody. So if you didn't get your free,
changing cam.
Sorry.
Changing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We had open bar for like an hour or two, but it's done. It's done. You missed it.
Jesus, it's your birthday.
You missed
no
open
one's
bar.
breaking out the firmament.
No
one's breaking out here, chap. Why don't you relax?
I just need to take a nap.
Back? Once you go up, you come back down. Why you act like such a clown? No one's breaking out. Wow.
No one. Wow. Does he say wow?
I don't know. Does he really say that? Does he say that? Oh shit.
Yeah, he does. It's great when he says it. You gotta listen closely.
Have you ever seen them up close when they're trying up there, and it looks like they're bouncing off it? Like they can't even attempt it. They're like when they get up to it, or they just bounce off.
Everyone, thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up all these channels. Just thumb them all up. Just thumb everything up. Share it. Post it.
Don't do it like this. Do it like this on the full thumbs.
Hold on, I got more stuff. Let me just go look at my my wanted section.
Yeshua was born in Abib, not December.
I didn't put the Yeshua. I just grabbed this, but I figured whatever. Calm. We know what you say. What's the name that you call? What's the intent behind calling that name? Hey, warrior. We have supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Boxing progress. Slowly. Scale asylum.
Shit.
Wrong computer. I got 3 computers over here. Which screens? I'm probably getting burnt out from screens too. Truth or Chainman T. Random fan. Who's that? Who is that?
This might be all right. Let's see how this goes.
Well, I got a new hat today.
See? Oops, I got 1,172 back. Okay. Andrea D. Andrew. Dragon Sage.
All right. I got. All right, let's play.
The birth of Jesus was in spring.
Yeah, I'll grab some more. Let's keep on changing.
What do you got? What do you got?
No.
All right.
I just got my backgrounds. I just keep on changing backgrounds.
Mass Accountability was here earlier. This is his newest video. Let's share that. He came out with something. I'm sorry, I didn't get to watch it yet. Really, I didn't have time. All right, let's do this.
Let's see firmament. Yeah.
It's only a few minutes.
Put in firmament.
We're in the building. No reason why this is a military installation.
This lot is open to public, correct?
Yeah, but listen.
People can come here, knock at the door, and ask you some questions or if they want.
True. Did you guys have any interaction with it? You guys do the whole spiel of filming and whatnot. And...
They can go better the other side of the fence if film.
No. Yeah.
Just be careful, 18. I only say that because, as you know, people don't pay attention.
Yeah.
You could have been harder on us.
Of course. Hey guys, we're here in Bridgewater, Massachusetts National Guard building. I'm here with CMGA. His link will be in the description to his channel. I've been with him out filming a couple times. (189th) engineering team.
Look at the bricks. Look at the bricks. It used to be a castle.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I'm just messing around.
In the old world, we didn't have so many bricks.
Did they say 1890s?
I mean, maybe we did, but it didn't seem like it was as much bricks in the old world.
I know what you're
Old
saying,
reality.
Singe. The building just started popping out of everywhere.
Oh.
What's up?
Undercover.
Nah, I didn't have to help.
You taking pictures of the recorder in the building?
Yeah,
Is he undercover?
Is there any reason why this is a military installation?
Who are you?
I work here.
Are you like? Do you manage a building? What do you do here?
I'm in the Army National Guard. I work here. Why are you recording the building?
I'm an audio believer.
You don't have a reason for me at all?
Do I have to have one?
That's kind of cool job. I mean, I'd be interested.
Hold on. What's what he says?
Just enjoying my day filming the area.
There we go.
You understand why I need to ask these questions, right?
No. No.
We'll have to ask you guys to leave.
Okay, are we doing something illegal?
Well, you're recording the building and you refuse to give me a reason why.
That's not illegal. You know, this lot is open to public, correct?
Yeah, but listen.
People can come here, knock at the door, and ask you some questions, right? If they
That's
want.
true.
All right.
You want to ask me questions? You're more than
Well, that means we can come here and not have to ask questions as well. We can document what we're doing, correct?
Yeah. Are you doing a project like and work with me? You understand that there are security measures we need to ask questions about.
Oh, he's trying to get all official on him. There are security measures we have to ask. It's nothing that says he has to tell him anything.
Answer them.
He doesn't have to answer them.
You didn't want to answer our questions by identifying yourself.
Are you supposed to even park like that?
You haven't done anything illegal. He admits that. Everything we're doing is perfectly legal, but he wants us to leave.
It's like so aggressive towards you.
This is mass accountability. But yeah.
Like that towards people.
We sound kind of the same.
Seems like he's like
Unauthorized entry is prohibited. All vehicles entering. We're not entering. He was a little amped up.
He was kind of fired up. He was a little fired up.
Kinda
I'll agree.
shaking.
He's calling the cops. 100%. Let's see.
If you're so special to work there, why would you even need the cops? Right?
Go to government buildings. There's actually
Well, he's a weekend warrior. He's a National Guard.
I mean,
They call them weekend warriors.
So that means he can't take care of himself.
His mobile
He has to call
office.
other people.
They get deployed. They do get deployed to the Mexican border.
So when you can't handle something yourself, you have other people help you. In this case, strangers with guns, I guess. They're going to come help you? I don't know.
I don't know what he's going to do. Let's see. This is a military installation.
Okay.
Military.
I used to play this game called Ultima. It's like a role-playing game, right?
Yeah.
Video game online.
Yeah.
And if you're in town in Texas, they can either call the guards and have you instantly killed, or fight you. Like an unspoken rule that you're a wimp, right?
You can see any
If you call the
police coming
guards.
over there.
And then I was like, that translates perfectly in real life. Because if your neighbor's having a loud party, you call up security, you go next door and knock on the door and say, hey, can you be turned down a little bit?
What is this picture you sent me, Sage?
The whole 97.7% of the population calls cops.
Should I put this on the screen with this picture that you sent me?
There you go.
Oh, my Scullies. It's just the advertising. It's going to be in my comic book. Sure, if you like. What?
How you doing?
Oh, it's
Good.
going to be for your comic book? Thanks, random fan.
Sorry, it's a little louder now, guys.
He's in his sweatpants. He keeps sticking his hands in his pockets every chance he gets.
I know. Isn't the cop afraid he's going to pull something on him? I mean, anything could happen. It's a dangerous job.
They're supposed to tell him, hey, can you just keep your hands out of your pockets? It seems a little weird.
So I automatically trust the National Guard guy because they have it together.
Yeah. Well, he's got his New Balance shoes on, so you can tell he's well trained to keep his keys and his cell phone in his sweatpants pockets. Right? So
Joseph Marini. Joseph Marini is his name.
I'm sorry if I'm making rude comments.
No, you can comment.
I just think it's kind of weird, like a full-grown man. I mean, you're gonna go outside in your sweatpants like that and just think. Eventually, wear something nicer than that if you're gonna work there.
Well, he was probably on a jog, dude. He looks like he was jogging around.
He looks like he was just like at the garage sale looking for sneakers and a hat.
He came up.
Hold on one sec. Hold on. I want to see what he says
about it. Yeah. Yeah, we were just walking down the sidewalk now, well, the easement here, and we came across this.
Okay.
We're actually in the area to film something else, but
To film something else?
yeah, and we just saw this here, so it actually looked closed down. Yeah.
Okay, you want me to do his voice for you?
Yeah.
Do what?
We saw the vehicles in back, and we were like, "Oh, cool."
He goes, "Hey, I wake up every morning and I'm like a normal guy, but then I put on my holster and then I feel like Superman. Then I go out save the world."
No, you know what? No ill will. It looked like you knew what was up right when you you've been doing this for a while, and you can tell when you guys know what's up. So, all right, thank you.
They can go right on the other side of the fence if they don't.
He said this was all open to public, sir.
What's that? Who said that?
This gentleman said this was all open to public. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're saying it's open to the public?
Well, no, it's state property.
Yeah.
What's that?
The lot here?
Yeah.
State property lot.
Okay.
It's open to public.
We have guys, videoing inside the windows and all that stuff.
We didn't go in the windows. We didn't go in the windows. No.
So you guys, I'm assuming, don't want to names or anything?
No. We're about to leave. We just didn't want to make it look like we were running from you guys.
Oh, okay. All right. You guys plan?
We're gonna make like a tree.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't want it to seem like.
No, hey, we appreciate it because that's exactly what
We
would
identify
happen.
as trees.
We would separate it.
Yeah.
Easier for us to stick around.
Yeah.
We'll be out of here.
Yeah.
Are you a low-income American on food stamps
Yes.
or Medicaid? If
Yes.
so, you are now eligible to receive
I
a
got that
free
too.
new smartphone.
Check out that
Nice.
chick. Check out that phone. Look at those hands.
Nice. I don't know if that was the end of the video or not, but can you hear me? All right.
Can you hear me?
I fucked up my cord.
I could hear Sin pretty good.
They basically just probably let him go.
This guy was like, legit. That was a good video, right?
He is good. That's mass accountability. Just look for MASS accountability. It comes right up. There's like a lot of subs. It'll show up. You'll find it. He's in the chat too somewhere. You can click on his icon. All right. What else do we got going on tonight? Oh, let's see what's going on over here. Just checking in with all my sources. I got so much shit I could show. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do next. Jesus. Yeah. This was kind of cool. Jesus.
Happy
This was This is a video I saw called "Letters to the New World Order." You might have seen it.
Let's
You
go
might
down to
not
the
have.
river.
But let's share it. Why not?
Let's go down to the river.
She puts a lot of effort into making these videos, so we might as well share it.
Woo.
And now, a letter to the New World Order.
Dear World Economic Forum, how are you? I know you're probably busy planning for next year's multi-million-dollar elite shebang where you fly private jets that emit as much CO2 in a week as 350,000 cars so you can all sit around in expensive suit jackets with slacks of various colors to tackle your self-proclaimed goal of tackling the dire ongoing climate change and inequality by lecturing the rest of us on how it's our fault, so we need to eat the bugs and be happy with owning nothing. At least you're really showing you care about inequality by paying all those prostitutes you bring in for the week a fair living wage. You're probably still assimilating all of this year's hard work, improving the world.
Wait, she's a prostitute?
I mean, the state of the
I
world.
recognize her.
Public-private cooperation by shaping global, regional, and industry.
That was my ex-wife.
No one else ever voted for ever.
From my first marriage.
It's not horticulture minute. Horticulture minute is coming up soon, though.
Potential hypothermia. Seeing as how 5 straight days of scheduled hourly ass kissing sure works up a lot of body heat. Oh, not to mention you have all that extra CO2 you've produced misusing the phrase think outside the box, which you could forgive us all for assuming is probably more than all 7+ billion of the rest of us combined ever could, even if we tried. I sure hope you bring that one guy back so he can talk more about how we are one of the last generations of human beings on Earth.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens.
Because you plan to engineer bodies and brains and minds.
Engineer bodies and brains and minds.
And use all that data you've hoarded to become the future masters of the planet.
Will the future masters of the planet like? This will be decided by
Nice
people
compilation,
who
lady.
control
Pretty good,
data.
right? I liked
Those who
it.
control the data control the future, not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
It's a weird flex, but hey, you do you.
Bodies and brains and bodies and brains and bodies and brains.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
But bodies and brains and minds.
Oh my!
You know, I had a dream we lived in a world where all it takes to rise to the top is a little hard work and dedication, and an annual membership that costs between $62,000 and $620,000 a year, plus a $29,000 event ticket each year, plus additional fees, travel costs, and at least 5 nights hotel accommodations and all that jet fuel for the private jet to go to Davos, Switzerland, where one sycophantically kisses up to global corporate elites and pretends to be enthralled by how many times some guy in a suit who paid the big bucks to sit on a panel on a blue stage in a blue room so he could work corporate jargon buzz phrase babble into coherent and almost meaningful complete thoughts, like about how in these unprecedented circumstances your team building has the bandwidth to pivot and move the needle to achieve synergy.
You know, up to now, I kept thinking that everything science did was good. My training, I suppose. Now I'm not so sure.
The same blue room where soon-to-be 21st century hereditary monarch, because that's still a thing, and Great Reset announcer Prince Charles.
Systems level framework, global value creation, outlining responsible transition pathways to a circular bioeconomy.
Who you all actually crowned with the UN goals like the craziest game of televised early all time, stood at the podium and said that pretty sustainable markets
Sustainable markets.
like 8,347 times.
Sustainable markets initiative.
Sustainable markets, my sustainable markets initiative. Sustainable markets and markets rooted in sustainability.
While you sat in the audience and pretended it doesn't make you want to fall asleep in slow motion like a man falling off a bridge in some Inception level dimension of the fourth realm of the dream world your mind goes to hide in, because deep down you know you sold your soul to the tulpa of commerce, the sexy humanity summoned upon us centuries ago, and you still aren't sure what you're going to do with your life if your god dies. So the plan you came up with is to just keep trying to scare the rest of us by having a guy who literally looks straight out of White Cat petting central casting for a Bond film, and even occasionally dresses like Emperor Palpatine. It's going to be that we'll actually listen and go along with what you say.
It's just like, what?
We've all seen about as able to
And
conceive
what year did this start?
mental needs as the average
Like around
person.
2018. I
You
mean,
control
always
freaks
happened, but it got worse.
micromanage all aspects of our lives,
17, 16.
of our lives, and shape the world as the control freaks you and your handlers are, just because you've flown in more private jets than we have. I know it was all just a dream. But you still really creep me out. Sincerely, me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's why I played it.
She's got a good voice to listen to.
That's Truth Stream Media.
And she's well spoken.
Yeah,
That's really good.
It was new. It was new. But I played the Odyssey version.
I'm sorry, I was in a hurry and I peed on the toilet seat, Carrie.
I want you
I'm
to
sorry.
fill this.
I'm so sorry.
Please fill
Maybe
this.
it wasn't me then. There's other.
All right, so we have let me see something.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me either, dude. It wasn't me.
No, I pee.
Where is it? Is this here still? Maybe it's maybe not. It should still be here. Hold on, no. There it is.
ODD TV.
Your son.
All right, can you hear me? Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, so you know how we've been covering Hyperborea a lot in the North Pole and everything, and the Taurus field and all that, toroidal field and all that. All right, well, I found some more videos about
Conan
it.
the Barbarian.
Thanks for joining
This is from the Flat Earth Paradise channel.
me. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
Throughout
I was reading
14
Conan the Barbarian at age 15,
North
and they
Polar Arctic
mentioned
was
that.
imagined not as an uninhabitable sheet of ice as modern-day scientists and cartographers hold, but as a series of circular islands. The number of islands vary among these maps, although striking similarities can be seen, even on maps that were made thousands of miles away from one another. Did the map makers of the time simply copy and make additions to the popular maps which were false?
No.
Or perhaps, as I'm proposing, that this series of Arctic lands is not made up, but exists on our Earth. This region was subsequently deleted from future maps, and ever since, the common narrative is that the North Pole is a lifeless, uninhabitable stretch of ice. This is a short presentation on these maps.
It's not even
what
on the
they
map
tell
like
us,
that anymore.
And how they relate. This map from 1531, made by Oronce Fine, shows 4 large islands at the North Pole, with various landforms scattered around.
Mount Meru.
To demonstrate where we are,
Mount
many
Meru.
have never
Mount
looked at
Meru.
older maps.
Yep.
This is Europe,
In the middle.
Canada, and Russia.
You're gonna put it
This
out.
is Greenland, quite close to the North Pole's southern continent. At the center, we see a massive rock formation or mountain.
That was a
We can
party
draw
there.
center of the 4-continent system of Asian cosmology, where a sacred mountain known as Mount Meru or Mount Shumasin lay. This map from 1534, made by
I heard a really cool theory about Mount Meru. Okay, so let me go back to that. So Mount Meru, let me go back to where that is. Let's see if I can get that picture to come back up.
This map from 1530
right here
as Mount Meru or Mount
right there. So Meru's in the middle, right? So if this was if this circle was the entire flat Earth, and there was an ice ring going around it, and we had this thing in the middle, right? Couldn't that thing work like a projector? Maybe in the sky might be like some type of plasma screen, like a TV screen, and they do some type of projection, and everything could be just a projection going around us, the stars, the moon, and the sun, all of it just
Spinner.
like a projector, like, and that's how the whole place could work. And that's in the Dark Ages could have been the time when the projector shut down for a little while. What do you
Isn't
think?
the Aurora Borealis part of this? Part
The Aurora Borealis, yeah, we did a whole show on
Comes
that.
out of that, right?
I know it's exactly.
Shumasin lay. This map from 1534, made by the same map maker, gives us a similar but slightly different configuration. The North Polar lands are seen as 5 or 6 large islands. and the center being
that's
what
a good
appears
one.
to be
Yeah,
a
that looks
central
really
island.
good.
Again,
Looks like a
large
vagina.
rock formation. This is
A
Greenland,
butthole or something.
Scandinavia, Iceland, and Canada.
Aha.
This map is from 1594,
notes.
made by Cornelius de Jose.
I like this one.
At first glance, we
Ink
notice how
blot
magnified the
test
North
on
Pole
Ray.
region
Vagina.
Look what that one's broken.
instead of Oronce Fines version with large bodies of water separating the island, we have the 4-continent system divided by thin canals, which meet at the center, where there is again seemingly a massive rock. For reference, we have Greenland, Scandinavia,
This
Iceland.
one really looks like the V formation up at the
This
top.
map, also from 1594 by Petrus Plancius, shows these same 4 continents, but separated via hemisphere.
Via?
Inland sea where the 4 rivers meet is very pronounced, and again, we can marvel at how large of a system this is.
They make it look like breast now.
To what we would call these outer lands.
Yeah.
This map from 1595 by Gerhard Mercator gives us a close-up of this system.
Looks.
In small letters
Didn't they destroy one of those corners?
Altissima, the flat and very high rock.
I guess so.
Center.
Looks like it now.
Range surrounding each island continent, which in one of Mercator's letters he describes as being 14 miles wide. This is a version from 1608.
Is that the Garden of Eden? I'm wondering.
In previous versions of this map, the southern continent isn't sort of blurred out, but
I've
is
heard that.
extended. These smaller islands below are completely different. It's hard to tell, but Greenland is practically touching this island with
I
a
have
land,
one.
or it could
Mount
be a thin
Olympus.
canal, no more than 5 to 10 miles wide.
Olympus?
This undated map of the Arctic Circle, or Circulus Arcticus, is very similar to Mercator's maps around the same time, except the center land contains no magnetic rock or rivers dividing it.
Hyperborea.
Continent. The
Hyperborea.
word
Yeah.
Hyperboreae.
continent refers to the mythological far northern Greek paradise
Does it say Andrews in the middle? What is this?
land beyond the
No.
north wind.
Polis.
Greenland is
Arc-
referred to in this map as
Arcticus.
Ilok.
Oh,
To the right is
Arcticus.
Scythia, which is interesting because in the 4th
Arcticus.
century BC, Aristotle wrote of Hyperborea as being past the Rhythian Mountains on the borders of Scythia, although no topography is shown on this map. This is an undated Japanese map with no name attached. It looks like it's probably from the mid-1500s. The Arctic region on both hemispheres show it looks like the edges of the 4 landmasses.
Is that the Disney map?
It's undated with no recorded name. It's a Chinese map. We clearly see the northern same structure shown in Mercator
Really
maps.
cool.
Indrawing seas, dividing rivers.
Oh, wow.
Center. Here's another undated Chinese map. This one is the sloppiest, least concise, and most different of all of these maps. There are 5 or 6 main islands with various scattered smaller ones. And just for reference, this is Canada, Russia, and this landmass appears to be Greenland. This map from 1567 by Abraham Ortelius includes at the North Pole 2 of the 4 island continent system. And this is like the original
Trust me,
Mercator
there's a
maps,
reason why I'm playing
showing
this.
Greenland with either a
You'll see.
connecting land bridge or a thin canal between the borders. All compasses on Earth point to the Holy Grail, attracted by the magnetic Mount Meru at the center of our flat plain, the crater into which
Nice. So many stories.
you're brought
You
into
could
a
say, hey, it could be that. Hey, it could be this. Hey,
one which is not
so many
affected
stories
by
have
the
a
chaos
mysterious
so
plot.
common on
Look,
these outer
it's
lands.
a mystical land.
These maps
Mysterious
prove that the
origin
knowledge
of-
of Eden, of Shambhala,
Eden.
and Gartha was once widespread, but for some reason was deleted from public knowledge.
All the mythology.
But now is the unveiling. The gates of Eden are open.
All the sci-fi movies, all the fantasy movies.
Taking the initial trip in order to inspire future waves. We could call this an exodus, or return to the cradle, back to the Garden of Eden. Thank you for watching. I love
Hey,
you all.
our fantasy movies and science fiction, modern
what
day
you're well, then you're gonna love this.
mythology that
Yeah.
one day they'll look back and say that's mythology.
So check this out. You're gonna love this then, Singe.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, that's beautiful.
The simulation began when we closed our eyes. The living souls, the orchestrators and archetypes of creation, fell asleep. The simulation ends when we open our eyes. Who are the elves? By the end of this video, you will realize that the living souls are the elves of the Tree of Life who have been put on the sine wave of Saturn of Father Time. Falling into sin really means falling onto the sine wave, the ebb and flow, falling into a realm of duality and extreme contrast. An anagram of elf is fel, and our current selves are the result of pure consciousness which fell asleep, splitting into a holographic representation of what happens when we fall away from this state of unity and non-physicality.
$10, $10 there, $10 there, $10.
Oldest stories is that of the ancient
See you over there.
who
You
used
know why?
Earth as
You
a
know why
sort
you
of
leave now.
experiment, a breeding ground. These gods were said to be the true makers of everything, known to the Hebrews as the Elohim, meaning shining ones. On this channel, we make a distinction between living souls and soulless beings, meaning there are a
I know a couple ladies that look like this.
finite number of beings here with an eternal essence outside of this material construct. This entire game has been set up for the living souls. So when we hear about the Elohim, the supposed engineers of this reality, we must ask, are the living souls what the ancient texts were referring to as the Elohim? And once upon a time, did the living souls have more of a connection with their infinite nature before completely falling into illusion and hyper-physical density? I say yes. Let me explain. The English word elf can be traced back to the Old Norse alfr, which comes from the Indo-European base alb, meaning whiteness or shining. So elf truly means shining. Again, the Elohim is translated as the shining ones. This might be revealing to us that the elves are the fallen angels, the fallen Elohim. In Celtic lore, the Tuatha De Danann eventually became known as the Elven folk. Because of this, there exists a recognizable
You following this, Andrew? So far, so good?
similarity.
Yeah, look, she's a mountain or some shit. Look at that.
Tuatha De Danann and the Elohim.
Let pause it for a second.
Tuatha
Right,
De
please.
Danann have been associated with the ancient Hyperboreans. They are said to have
I gotta
arrived
tell you
in
something.
this world from 4 island cities in the north: Phaleus, Gorius, Murius, and Findius. If you are familiar with my work on the North Pole,
There's the
then
Toroidal
you'll
field.
immediately draw the connection between these 4 island cities and the 4 island continents which lay at the magnetic north, detailed by medieval mapmakers and depicted in Vedic cosmology.
Vedic cosmology.
This is the center paradise of Hyperborea, land beyond the north wind, which I've explained in various videos is synonymous with the other world, the Celtic supernatural realm of everlasting beauty, youth.
So why are they making us believe we're on a globe?
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons is they're hiding land.
Health and joy, where time has no meaning.
With red hair.
More famously known as Tir Nanog, or the land of
They're hiding land and they're hiding women with red hair. This is a fucking outrage.
the ever young. This was the original home of the Danann. It's also known as
I'm outraged.
Tir Nam Bio, land of the living. This is interesting because if you remember my video, Flat Earth Matrix, Land of the Dead, I presented clear evidence that what the Greeks called Hades is not a world underneath us, but that these outer lands is Hades, past Oceanus, the earth-encircling serpent, which is really referring to the center ice wall. It's been written, the Tuatha De Danann,
You know, where
the
Eve met the serpent,
people and the people of peace are described as a race of divine beings, eternally young and unfading. They are essentially majestic in their nature. Mythologically, they are gods of light and good.
They made their own light.
Tuatha De Danann means the folk of the goddess Danu, who was the mother of the Irish gods.
The mother of the Irish
Thus,
gods.
the mother goddess Danu is simply a personification of the universal seed which everything sprang from.
So this is all like this is all probably paganism too, right?
Danu is the
I mean, if you look at it, it's like goddess, gods.
Celtic
That's what they tell you. But what is really in between the lines?
Just like the Gnostic goddess Sophia.
Yeah, there's something in between.
After all, Danu comes from the Proto-Celtic Dan, meaning earth.
You mean Diru?
With the earth itself, the heart, who birthed spirit into herself. Interestingly, the Anunnaki of the Mesopotamian mythology were said to be birthed by Anu.
Anu.
There is absolutely a connection here. Not to mention, the original name of the Tuatha De Danann was the Tuatha De Anu.
Yeah.
And then they give me a commercial.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Stamps.
Oh.
Collect them now. Because soon
The Anunnaki and the Tuatha De Danann are the same elven beings.
Yeah, they're like fire spirits, yo.
Elohim. But the Anunnaki is what became of the elves when they decided to experiment with tendencies of fear, aggression, and control. But in order to do this, they needed to holographically project themselves from the center.
Uh-oh.
Is that a seraphim?
Sir Lawrence Gardner
I don't
wrote
know.
their true name rendered in its older form was Tuatha De Anu. As such, they were the people of Anu, the great sky gods of the Anunnaki.
They were just
Another name for the Anunnaki is
angels.
Elohim.
Nice.
El,
Mesopotamia
Elohim,
again.
elves. It
The
would make
ones who walked with God.
leaving the center paradise, the original blueprint of the silica-based earth, into Hades, the shadow projection of extreme polarity. The elves would experience a shift in consciousness, and being distanced from the life-giving emerald light, the heart of the earth, would have a shift in the, quote, ruler of their consciousness.
Satan. Because they're not showing it, but this great serpent that comes between them and the tree of
So
life.
that the Tuatha were banished from the other world.
The messed up thing is, like, I've seen some type of elves, and they were showing me some sort of hieroglyphics that I didn't understand, and it looked all weird like that.
From
They're going to talk about other
island
religions. They need to bring up this
story
serpent a little better.
What's up?
They need to talk about this serpent a little
They
better.
probably will. I mean, it's like 10 more minutes
It
left.
is no different than the fall of man, where Adam and Eve were banished from the paradisal Eden. It's commonly asserted that the Anunnaki are the genetic engineers of mankind and of civilization. But if I'm proposing that we are the elves, that we ultimately are the Anunnaki who temporarily left the center in order to engage in a holographic dualistic construct which now runs on autopilot, then that means we are the Anunnaki. We genetically engineered ourselves once upon a time and have slowly forgot in order to play out this entire game. As within,
That's
so
weird.
without is the law of the universe. So to think an invader species
If we knew it wouldn't be any fun. I've always said that.
fragmentation and the third dimensional perspective
I'll wait till
of
it's over.
separation.
It doesn't
Nothing
bother me
is
at
here
all.
to harm us. Everything is here for our benefit. By now, many of you are probably shaking your heads, thinking the L refers to the elite, the supposed rulers of this energy extraction matrix.
That's evil.
In my last video, we described how every being here besides the living
Don't
soul
always jump to that. Just
are
'cause-
merely holographic representations of an algorithm of dualistic consciousness, reflecting to us all the combinations and possibilities that this
unknown is
polarity
fearful.
can manifest. As much as we want to believe that there is an us versus them war going on here, where we're subject to the tyranny of some ruling class, I'm informing you the way things appear is not how they are. The world is on autopilot, and the more you wake up, you will see the charade in its simple complexity, including those we have branded as our oppressive overlords. Again, these are figments. The word itself, elite, reveals this. The suffix is derived from the Greek word lithos, meaning rock, or a piece on a game board.
Superman.
As wacky as it sounds, our
Jor-El.
electromagnetic
His name is-
energy from the
the last
zero
name is
point
El.
through the lens of good
Jor-El.
and evil has created all of the characters around us. The elite are merely pieces on this game board and will cease to exist when all is said and done.
There you go. The Masonic, back to the Masonic checkerboard.
See the globe on the pillar?
The duality makes you see elves.
Now we're back to the hearted titty dance girls.
I don't mind.
Boys, I mean, were those good?
We don't really know. We
This
don't know anymore.
Is neutral. Vodka, seltzer.
I'm your
Is
horse
neutral?
culture.
yeah.
Neutral?
I love the commercials.
Everything springs from the center.
I mean,
it
think
has
about
to. This is where the
If we had a stream with no stupid commercials popping up like that, like it would be a lot different, you know? Like I'm learning to embrace them. I'm learning to embrace them.
sacred
It was
zero
absurd.
is.
I mean, what do you
We
think?
have to
How do
show
you-
them. They send us our monthly dividends.
That's their interpretation of. They're thinking that they're adding to the shows in some
We're
point.
getting, me and Singeman are getting paid so much. We're so filthy rich. Singeman has three luxurious vehicles that he drives to work every day. All three at the.
Yeah. Look at his background. You could tell that he gets
Yeah.
paid.
The cosmic axis. The living souls are attached to the nurturing tree of life at the center.
Attached.
Which is the generator of the electromagnetic field.
Connecting all the dots. Exactly, Drew Duncan. Drew Duncan's a trooper. He's been here the whole time. He's been very astute, paying attention. He understands what I'm going for here.
For 8 years.
There's going to be a quiz at the end. I hope you took notes.
Oh, he knows. He knows what's up.
Birthday Jesus.
Existing in the original blueprint at the magnetic north. In the meantime,
first grew the tree of life.
Are the curators of the electromagnetic field, nurturing the tree of life and the emerald light, which flows through it and projects outwards. Could this be why, in Christmas mythology, the elves are Santa's helpers at the North Pole?
Oh, boom, baby.
It's been interpreted.
That is some truth gravy right there.
Look, it's the original boom hieroglyph.
Elves are Santa's helper at the North Pole.
But why is the trees white?
Why is there elves? Because it's the North Pole. Why is there elves at the North Pole?
Because they're fake trees.
Because it's Hyperborea.
Fake trees.
The
Fake snow.
Santa's helpers at the North Pole.
Where there's no snow.
It's been interpreted that the Anunnaki
We don't know
came
what-
to mine gold for their home
We don't know what's there, I don't think. They won't let us go there. That's another place we can't go.
Oh man, huge cities with giants and railroads.
slave race to mine gold. But let's look at this a little closer.
Quiet,
this
free energy, electric vehicles.
revealing to us? This gold is
Forbidden.
literal gold, and Nibiru is not a separate planet
Here we
from
go.
Earth.
Here we go.
We already know that
Think
our
they didn't build stuff there?
described is a complete farce. So what are we dealing with?
What are we
Translated,
dealing with?
Nibiru means point of transition.
From
The
Satan to Earth.
Coming here represents the elves who temporarily separated themselves from their immortal bodies into a dense physical illusion, genetically engineering their own 666 carbon suits. Therefore, funneling into the soul recycling system and living out the torment that they signed up for through this dream time. The Anunnaki came here to mine gold, meaning gain wisdom of dualism, therefore leaving the confines of the rainbow.
To come here to steal your souls.
Led to gold.
Gold means your soul.
In stories of leprechauns, there is gold at the end of the rainbow. The four-leaf clover represent the four island continents at the center.
Yeah.
In recent videos, we've talked about the rainbow, the prism, and its division of 7. In this temporary holding space, we have been attached to this rainbow, this prism. We are the selves who needed to put ourselves on the sine wave of density in order to go back to Nibiru, the center, which is the point of transition.
You can't go back.
Nibiru has been called Planet X because it's referring to X marks the spot, the 4 rivers which cross at the center. Traditionally, elves are nature guardians and keepers of its wisdom.
Well, can you actually go there?
Original mythology displays elves as beings with magical powers and supernatural beauty. The original elves were associated with strength, brightness, and wisdom. We could say the elves are really the elves. Many offshoots of the word Aesir, referring to the mighty gods of the Norse pantheon, have been used to describe elves in ancient stories,
Egypt,
including Elfhir, Elfred, and Elfwine. There is a clear etymological relation between the elves and the Aesir, because
You remember when the Ale family used to work here at the agency, Singeman? The AELs, the family, the Ale Wines, the Ale Freds,
the
the Ale
Aesir
Airs.
and the elves are the same beings. But one might ask, how does that make sense if, according to the Norse cosmology, the Aesir live in Asgard and the light elves live in Elfheim? What we are seeing here on the world tree isn't a representation of separated races in separate.
Hey, Singeman, I was just asking you something.
Yeah, this is
right?
great. I missed like the past 3 minutes, but
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Do you remember when these guys used to work at the agency? The Alf Hairs, the Alf Freds, and the Alf Wines. Remember them families that used to work for us at the agency? That was nuts when they used to work here, huh? Like they used to drink all the coffee in the break room, right? All the time, constantly. Fucking drinking the coffee, right? That used to piss me the fuck off, right? And then what else did they used to do? They used to fucking use up all the toilet paper, right? They would leave, dude. They wouldn't. If they would sprinkle when they would tinkle, but they wouldn't be neat and wipe the seat.
Well, I know, but see, I thought it was funny because they always ate your lunch, from
Karen,
the refrigerator,
I'm
but they
sorry.
never touched my lunch.
I'm sorry for
I
peeing on
know
your feet,
they
Karen.
never touched your lunch, dude. That's crazy. You used to even leave it out for them, like thinking they would like. I remember that one time you. I remember that
Did my
one time
wife
you left
text
like that
you or
big
something
platter.
that I peed?
Remember
I
that
peed on
time
the
you
seat?
wait? Hold on. Remember that time you
He
left
likes
that
to make up
you know that huge platter you left them with all the chips and the salsa and the cheese and the crackers and
this
the
is how his,
pepperoni and the beef sliced up and all
MK
that.
Ultra is
And you
bent
left
like
you left it right there on the fucking break table. And they didn't even touch it. None of them. And they were all hungry that day. They were complaining about how they didn't eat in a week. Dude, and you left that whole plate of shit out and they didn't even appreciate you.
How come nobody noticed that they showed the real life Jesus in Ethiopia there for his birthday?
Because I walk around with my knife.
You showed
on
the
my
starved baby that they dropped on the floor in that painting.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Mary was so amazed that it was.
Why did they drop Jesus on the floor in the
They were
painting?
like,
And why does Mary have red hair?
Elfwine.
I know because
big and tall.
Because they were an excellent. They were just an excellent artist up until that point, and then they just like
Pick
shit up.
it up. It's his birthday. We got gifts for you.
But one might ask, how does that make sense according to the Norse cosmology? The Aesir live in Asgard, and the light elves live in Elfheim. What we're seeing here on the
Barbarian, check it out.
Isn't a representation of separate in separated realms. In mythology, it seems that all of the different pantheons are separate beings, but we have clearly observed many similarities between the Norse stories, the Greek stories, the ancient Egyptian stories, and so on and so forth. All mythologies are connected and have similar stories and characters because they're describing the same beings. The living souls are creation itself. This means we exist in all dimensions all at once. We play out
Are there
all
giants still over
characters
there?
of the universe. But depending on which perspective we're inhabiting, we can only perceive one timeline. So if we go back to the world tree, it seems that the realm of the humans is different and distinct from the realm of Asgard. Right now, it appears that you are a human, but we're about to undergo a transformation in which it will be revealed that there are bodies. Yes, we have separate bodies from this shadow state, which are merely sleeping, which are merely dreaming up this illusion. The fall of man. Falling
diagram.
Sleep.
We know science, so look at our triangles here. We'll show you.
Awakening. Awakening. I'm not suggesting, I'm informing. Our light bodies are still at the North Pole, and they are asleep. And
light bodies?
Of what we have referred to as elves. What we're experiencing is a temporary confinement.
The elves make the cookies go on.
Designed by ourselves in order to experiment with the possibilities of dualism. You think this body is yours, but you are nothing more than a shadow right now. This is indeed why there's a shadow on
your avatar in Antarctica is
because all of the
the body right now.
Projection, it doesn't exist. It's a part of this illusion that must eventually dissolve back into the center, back into the Aurora Borealis.
Oh.
The green dragon, the spirit of Mother Earth, currently acting as a placeholder for our inevitable return.
It's a she. What's that thing on her boobs?
The
Wait,
age
did
of
you see that?
civilization is over. The living souls have designed this 100%. You might ask,
Yes, stick your foot underneath our rainbow graph.
The Archons, yeah.
the
Here we go.
malevolent thought forms of this world, which want to attack me.
Yes, we don't actually have
The
pictures, so we're going to
Archon
just
is
draw
simply arc on. The
rainbow for you here.
Souls projected themselves onto the rainbow, fell
600.
on the arc, which is the beginning of the Fibonacci spiral.
The fib? It's a big Fibonacci.
Fallen
makes sense.
angels or fallen elves. In J.R.R. Tolkien's world, the elves were similar to humans, but fairer, wiser.
They were demons?
Powers. And
they could take human-like bodies?
The inspiration for the elves in J.R.R. Tolkien's world were the Tuatha De Danann. The Tuatha are said to have lived in a golden age and were displaced from their original home. Thus, elves have been associated with immortality and a state which has been lost, or rather, forgotten about.
Earn your degree online with more than 175.
No, you can't show your ears.
Hey, I'm going to be running for president someday.
They'll know you're really an elf.
That's my biology and stuff.
No, wait.
I'm a little baby. And look how ugly I am. I'm not even going to show my face.
The state of man in Eden, who has not yet fallen.
Because
the elven origin story, the original elves numbered 144.
Oh, wait a minute.
12. We already know the power of the number 144. It adds up to the number 9 of completion and refers to 144,000 spoken of in the Bible's book of Revelation, who will be resurrected once this game is over.
The book you're talking about this whole time?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
All energy in a toroidal field originates and funnels from the center, but does not and cannot leave for the toroid to remain intact. As we've talked about before, the heart is the seat of the soul. This is where the body's toroidal field originates. So the same way the soul never leaves the heart, only generates a field of subtle energy that ebbs and flows. We have never left the center, And what we're experiencing right now
I seen
is a
it.
sort of hall of mirrors.
What if you get out of body experience?
Set up this entire matrix. We are the designers. We are the engineers of the Metatronic overlay.
No.
You might ask.
Have you ever had an out of body experience before, Andrew?
No.
I have. Have you, Singe?
Oh, actually, yeah, I have, but like not like not
only
like
on.
I didn't die.
Only on hallucinogens.
On hallucinogens, yeah.
Oh, really? I've done a sober thing where like it felt like I was.
No, like I seriously was like above my body, looking down at my head, floating in the air. I could feel myself splitting. I could feel myself splitting apart, and it felt like the ceiling was like sucking me in, and I was becoming like a piece of the ceiling, and I was almost couldn't breathe, and like I had to come back down, dude. I forced myself to go, and I remember forcing myself to come down from the ceiling back into my body.
Now,
Well,
I did have a past life transgression, not on any drugs.
Oh,
so there is that.
That might be what I had. Some similar where I felt like when I was asleep, it was not a dream, but like I was underneath a gigantic boulder taking me down into the depths, like whatever hell down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I could have went further if I just let it go. If I just let myself go. Like
Oh.
I was laughing so hard. I laughed so hard that I left my body, dude. It was crazy. Yeah.
Ask, well, how does that make any sense? It's not like I decided to create this. Oh, yes, you did. You decided.
Another time I melted down into the ground.
Off from the infinite in order to experience this density. So we have the Holy Grail at the center. And what pours out from the center? The green dragon, the Aurora Borealis. This is the nourishing light of the Great Mother. This is the divine feminine essence.
Just a reflection.
All right. I like it.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
They were like beating around the bush, it seemed like, with these weird words.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, look at it. It's just a reflection up on the dome of some light in the water.
Thank you, Aloya.
It looks like rippling water reflections.
Yeah.
From the ocean. That's big, like the sky.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just a regular person that doesn't know anything, so.
Yeah,
I'm a scientist.
I don't really know nothing either.
Yeah, right.
An expert at clicking on YouTube videos.
Yes.
And I'm a scientist. Here's my reasoning. Because I went to science class in high school.
Yeah, wasn't that
Right?
awesome?
Therefore, I'm a scientist.
Did you have a Bunsen burner too?
What time is it?
I've used one.
That's great.
See, I'm a scientist. Not currently employed as one, however, but scientist skills. Okay, so I am an expert at clicking on YouTube videos, and I am also a lawyer in love. That's a song. And
was it hard going to
doctor? Not a doctor.
Thanks for being here, Cindy.
Thank you for having me and liking me to be here.
I don't think I'm having you. Thanks, Brave. You let me talk. Whose show is this, really? I think it's Jesus' birthday today. Carrie, did you know that, Karen? Carrie? Jesus' birthday was today. It's the great April Fool's Yahoo. Yeah.
Oh, I just get. What if I do right here? Get rid of this. Oops, that's white. Dang it.
You learned that
this guy's too
the tree life came into life and grew on Mount Meru, and then now that the seraphims guard it with their flaming sword, you can't go there. So then we draw all these weird old maps. Talk about it on YouTube. I'm an expert at
See, he's an expert.
talking about it on YouTube now because, well, you know, they burned all the books.
I burned a book. For the first time in my life, I actually burned a book.
You burned a book? What did you burn?
It's on
It's on your channel?
It's on Late Night Live channel.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Yeah, it is.
Where? All right, hold on.
I'm a book burner. Finally, I've always just denied it in my heart that I really was a book burner.
If you make a copy of a book, does that mean that you burned one too? That burned it. You burned it. You burned a CD.
Obviously,
you have to burn it onto a CD.
So for every CD you burn, does that mean they burned one in real life too? Confirmed burn and
what you say?
You burn one onto a CD and then they burn the paperback over on their book burning clubs. Is that what happens? Thank you for laughing. I was just trying to be funny. Karen! Hey, what's going on over there?
Me?
Oops, dang it.
I'm trying to find the channel. Hold on.
No, I have a living. My wife's name is Karen, so I call her that.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, my wife's
sister's name is Karen.
No, yes. All right, that's, I don't know which one's which. Boston. Oh, right here. All right.
Did you find it?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
You know when I look down and there's 45 comments?
Yeah, we're killing it tonight. We're just absolutely killing it tonight. What is it? The short? Yo, your Mark Zuckerberg clickbait didn't do as well as mine, huh?
I called him Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, you called him Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, and it still didn't get. Dude, I had a video called I seen Mark Zuckerberg today. It's got over like 5,000 views. He tried to do it and got like 20.
We should repost it as book burning. Maybe it'll get more views.
Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it was. It's called that. It's Mark Zuckerberg.
All right. I see it. All right, this is a good one. All right, yeah. So Sidge made. All right, so this is what happened. I made a Mark Zuckerberg video. I'll show mine after, but Singe Man decided to try it because my shortcut. Look.
I wanted to get a bunch of views, but like, here, I'll just randomly
Mark Zuckerberg saw Elvis.
So I randomly became a book burner.
Space facts. Good job.
Wait, I didn't read that one yet.
Is there no sound on this? What happened to the sound? Oh.
Wait, if it's copyright, that means that you can.
So that all stems from like I made a video that was called "I saw Mark Zuckerberg at Whole Foods today," and it was a short. And I seen this guy that looked exactly like Mark Zuckerberg at Whole Foods. It wasn't really Mark Zuckerberg, but it looked exactly like him. And I caught like a quick shot of him, like real fast. 5.1 thousand views it got. Look. 5,000 views. 5K, baby. Boom. You ready? Watch this. It's my Mark Zuckerberg clickbait. Look.
I just found an amazing tool that I have. Wow, I'm gonna make some great stuff with that.
Oh, I'll try to get the right spot. That was him. Ready? Watch. That was Mark Zuckerberg. Watch.
Oh, dude, I know it was him.
Definitely him.
Not is. I mean, not was. It is.
Look, definitely Mark Zuckerberg. You see what I'm saying?
It's him. Yeah.
It's him. So like everybody.
What? Why was the question that? What?
Everybody's been watching it. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's got over 5,000
know
views.
if you've seen it yet, but
So,
it's smart. I don't know.
yeah, it was I spotted Mark Zuckerberg clickbait, and everybody liked it. But now Singe Man tried it, and I got 5,000 views. He got 23. His
Was it
videos,
really him though?
his video is better than mine. I would rather watch that. His video is at least kind of funny. Mine's just.
When you saw him, did you actually say anything after you, like when you turned the camera off? Were you like, hey?
No. He saw me looking at him at in the fruits and vegetables section, and I was like, oh, I got to get a video of this guy. And then he walked away real fast, and I pulled out my phone, and then I waited for him to wait in line across the store, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking getting him. And I walked by and I just videoed him real fast, and he didn't know what. He looked at me like he didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't care.
Is that what you said? I'm Boston Rave, My Planet Adventures. Follow me on Facebook.
No, I didn't tell him nothing.
You said follow me on Facebook, and he winked at you. You said yeah. That's what he said. I remember that.
Oh, did he have a car? Did he go out in his car? Or was he on foot walking?
I don't know what he was doing. He was just shopping. He was at Whole Foods. He was just food shopping.
The fuck do you get at Whole Foods?
Whole Foods supermarket. You don't have that around your way?
Yeah. What do you get there?
What do you buy
sell
there?
Health food.
Fiber.
Yeah.
Vitamins.
Bird seeds.
Can you eat the stuff that they have?
I'm allergic to that shit.
I don't even
go
know.
there and I gotta ask if there's nuts on the fucking salad. I'm like, what is this shit?
Yeah, there's nuts on everything. They
Fuck out of here.
Bird seed. It's like
bird
seeds all over everything. Just sprinkle everything with bird seed and you'll be fine.
Whole Foods. What are you gonna get there? Diarrhea?
I don't know. I like
you
it.
You can't eat the pizza. They have pizza there.
They don't cook it. It's all whole. They don't have food. It's just whole.
I'm not trying to diss it. I'm just trying to be kind of rude about it.
Well, Jeff Bezos owns it.
I'm trying to diss it.
Amazon owns that shit.
Oh, really? I'm trying.
Yeah, it's run by Amazon.
I'm pretty sure I just never even think about it. It's not even.
Have you ever been there? Some of their food's all right. They have good food for people that are healthy.
You know what I could go for right now? It would be a fat grilled cheese right now, crispy off the grill. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I would like
1 in the morning.
Yeah, I know. What are we doing? Is there
Ice
anything else?
cream.
Is there anything else we got?
left?
Is there anything else we got to cover tonight?
Ice cream and more ice cream.
Is there anything else you wanted to cover tonight, Cinchman? Anything? Anything?
Oh no, I just been working and listening. That was interesting. I could listen to that more.
The thing about Jesus' birthday was really incredible.
It's over?
I think we pretty much had a good stream. Let me see.
I thought they were still talking about the last thing.
Hey, remember the 33 engines on the Behemoth thing? I'm pretty sure that means that's representative of the devil, and when the apocalypse starts and shit like that. Because
let me see what this is.
It's weird that they have 33. I mean, not weird because it's their symbol. They use it a lot, but it's it's just keep throwing it in your face. It's crazy. Crazy world. It's getting so crazy. Okay. I remember a time when I thought the world was just you just go to work and you come home and then you get old and you get your paycheck, your pension, and then you have some kids, and then you die and you go to heaven, and then or whatever. Actually, I never thought beyond that part.
That'd be awesome.
I always thought the other part was kind of iffy. Up to that point, I always thought the world was this mundane, normal thing, and now it's the past 6 years, it's completely not.
Yes.
But then I look back, and I still, even when I was believing the bullshit, I still never fully bought into it. I was like, yeah, whatever. I got to go to work so I can make my rent. It didn't matter what they said. So I was really whatever. That's kind of weird. Doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Didn't ever investigate it. Whatever. Right. But I was always just nah. We're not. Nah, it's not. It's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Whatever they were saying on the radio at the time, politics, science, whatever. E, B, O, L, when that stuff comes out, I was just like, what? I was in and out of hospitals because I was getting stuff from my mother, and there were people with it, and I was like, what? And this stuff could eat your flesh supposedly, and I was just like, psst, psst. Way back then. I'm like, I'm too busy. I don't care. Let me eat my flesh. I don't care.
Oh, this looks nice.
And they didn't force it back then.
All right, we got.
Did you think they didn't force something that was that bad? Right?
All right, we got this. All right. I'm gonna play.
I don't know you can talk about it. Not talk about it.
All right? What do you want to talk about? I wasn't even listening. I'm getting ready to end. You want to keep going? I mean, we can keep going. I have a live concert to play.
I'm crying. I'm joy. Yeah, it's so funny.
You want to listen to music, or do you want to keep going with this?
I was just blabbing. Do what you want, bro.
I was enjoying listening to what's engineering.
Hey, do you guys have anything else like besides what?
I've never had. I mean,
we pretty much covered it, right?
I remember when I first started smoking cigarettes.
Thumbs up, everybody.
Want to talk about that?
All right. You guys. I'm gonna mute you guys. You guys can hang out though if you want. I'm just playing a thing. All right. This is gonna be good. This is from 2023. This is brand new. This is brand new shit right here. This is gonna be hot. Stockholm, 2023. Stockholm. Let's do this.
What up? It's your boy John T again. I'm on my way right now to Jedi Matrix concert. It's the last concert that they're ever doing. And I'm out here in Stockholm, Sweden right now. They go on stage in about 30 minutes. So I gotta make my way inside that motherfucker. See you in there. And I'm sipping on a 7.5 to get crazy up in that motherfucker. Mini pads and all them.
It's work, not how I pass the time. Next to mine with a chance to run. It's work, not how I pass the time. 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 Stockholm, Sweden, this motherfucker. I miss y'all, man. It's been a fucking minute, right? For real, welcome back. My man, introducing real quick my brother, Omi the Pharaohs, Czarface, my man. So Jerry, come on out here, man.
The sound quality on that one sucks. I'm not doing it. It sucks that the quality of the sound comes out bad on these concerts when people record them. It's tough. It's tough to do. All right. Let me see what I got here. All right. Ray to the rescue. All right. Oh, here we go. No, we can deal with that right now. All right. Out of here. Community. All right. All right, here we go. All right. What was that music? I had it all set. Yeah. Is that it? No, it was this one. No. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. This is better. All right. All right. This will sound much better.
Information. An announcement is currently underway. Please pay attention to the following information. The state of Massachusetts, in cooperation with the federal government, has officially put the Red Orb Temple on the list of illegal cults no longer allowed to operate in the United States. The 3 founders are still wanted by the FBI. If you have any information that could lead to their capture, please contact us at 778-330-2389. All calls are anonymous and toll-free. There is a good chance that these individuals will continue their recruitment over the next few days. If you live in Massachusetts, the following tips may save your life. Several text messages from this cult have been sent promising the recipient unparalleled spiritual fulfillment. In order to access these promises, the victim must go to a certain location where they will be picked up by a van belonging to the cult. Participants are then taken with their eyes hidden to a secret place where they can make spiritual contact with the Red Orb, the cult's god. If you receive such a message either by SMS or email, please ignore it. Responding to it could compromise your security. Several federal agencies are tracking the origin of these messages. If you happen to know older people who are more likely to fall into this scheme, please warn them of the danger. In the last 2 weeks, more than 43 people have gone missing after answering the call of this cult. Only one has managed to escape from its grip. The testimony received speaks of the fact that each participant was forced to enter a huge tent, set up in the middle of a field, far from any buildings. Inside the tent was a giant spherical object that looked like a large red meatball in a cage. Once the participants entered, the doors of the cage were opened by the organizers. One by one, the participants started to suffer from hallucinations that pushed them to enter the cage and then to throw themselves inside the sphere. There are very few details about what was inside the sphere, but the person who escaped had a sofa and a lamp in front of him, which made us believe that it could be a room used to imprison people. It is likely that these criminals are moving their cult across the state in order to get in touch with as many victims as possible and avoid detection. Little information is currently available. Here are some details that we are authorized to share with you to assist in the investigation. We believe that the cult is using a truck with a 45-foot white trailer to transport their god, the Red Sphere, which contains a closed room that houses the kidnapped people. According to possible witnesses who were disturbed by the noise, the trailer appears to have been modified to accommodate a rooftop generator running at full speed. Do not approach the truck. If the truck appears to be suspicious, do not approach it. Stay at a safe distance and do not attempt to open any doors or windows. Call the authorities. Contact the police immediately and provide them with the details of the truck's location, license plate number, if visible, and any other identifying features. Remain on the phone with the operator until they confirm that help is on the way. Stay aware of your surroundings. While waiting for the authorities to arrive, keep an eye on the truck and any individuals that may be in the vicinity. If you notice any suspicious behavior, leave the area immediately and inform the police. Do not touch or remove anything from the truck. It is important not to disturb any evidence that may be present on or around the truck. Do not touch or remove anything from the truck, as this could interfere with the investigation. Follow the instructions of the authorities. Once the police arrive, follow their instructions and cooperate fully with their investigation. Be prepared to provide any additional information that may assist them in their search for the suspect. We also want to dedicate a message to the people who have been victims of these criminals and who are currently possibly locked in the sphere in the trailer. This message is addressed to you. Remain composed. Being trapped in this situation can be frightening, but it's important to maintain a sense of composure and clarity of thought. Panic may impair your ability to think clearly and make sound decisions. Look for ways to escape. If possible, try to look for any possible ways to escape from the room. Look for weak spots in the walls or ceiling that you may be able to break through, or try to find any tools or objects that you could use to pry open the door. Create noise. If you can't escape, try to make noise and attract attention. Yell, scream, and bang on the walls and ceiling to make as much noise as possible. This may alert people outside of the truck and bring help. Use your phone. If you have your phone with you, try to call for help. Dial 911 or any other emergency number and try to give them as much information as possible about your location and situation. Stay hydrated. If you have access to water, try to drink it regularly to stay hydrated. This can help you stay alert and focused, and may also help you avoid becoming sick or dehydrated. Don't give up hope. Remember that you are not alone, and that there are people who are working to rescue you. Keep your spirits up and continue to fight for your safety and freedom. More details will be sent to you as soon as new developments are available. In the meantime, stay safe and be aware of any further attempts by this criminal organization.
Always